All right, Mustang fans, it's time to stand up and cheer as our marching Mustang play the DCG fight song. The Varsity Mustangs would like to welcome our guests from Fort Dodge. Please join us in Up Fort Dodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please...
All right, man. It is Friday night. Beautiful weather here under the lights at Dallas Center Grimes High School as your DCG Mustangs host the Fort Dodge Dodgers. That's right, man. It's week 3 of the high school football season here in 2023, and it's a beautiful night. It's Brad Bailiff here with my partner in crime, my bro, the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Weslowski. Matt, how's it going tonight?
It's going fantastic. I am so excited to be here tonight. I'm waiting to see how these Mustangs responded after last week, what we took from it, and I can't wait to get on the field.
Yeah, man, Matt calls it out. So last week we're at home against Newton. We lost a tough one, 20-3. The week before, Gilbert lost a heartbreaker, 14-12 at Gilbert. So the Mustangs come in with a record of 0-2 tonight. Our opponents across the way, Fort Dodge, they came in and won their opening game against Mason City, 42-21, and then lost a tough one last week against Webster City, 35-28. So they come in with the record of 1-1. Both teams hungry, though, and I am looking for the Mustangs to show us a little something extra tonight. Matt, what do you think?
I think the coach probably had some good opportunities to teach and to coach his kids from last week's film. Probably ignited a little fire in them, a little hunger, and I can't wait to see how they take it, how they get on the field. I want to see them motivated. I want to see them a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and I think we're going to see it tonight. Yeah, no doubt. Well, hey, before we jump into any more, man, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors. So our season sponsor back for this year again is Charter Bank. So Charter Bank, as always, much love. We love you, but Charter Bank offers a full line of bank products to fit your needs, including home loans, consumer loans, business loans, AG loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, and CDs. Chart your success with Charter Bank. They're a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. So we'll be giving them a huge shout out tonight. And then a couple game sponsors tonight. One is a big one. Beisser Lumber Company celebrates 70 years. We're honored to sponsor tonight's game between Fort Dodge football and Dallas Center Grimes football, called the Beisser Bowl. And to make it even more special, we built a traveling trophy for the victorious team each year. As a business, we have roots in Fort Dodge and Grimes, and our dedication to these communities and schools is unwavering. Join us in cheering for our teams and celebrating 7 decades of strong ties to these communities. So this is the first year of what they're calling the Beisser Bowl. I got to see the trophy out on the table, man, as you walked in. It's pretty darn cool. But we'll be announcing some game MVPs at the end of the game and just making sure that we can kind of kick this thing off. So I'm excited for that. And then, hey, I want to see some red zone action for the Mustangs tonight. We do have our red zone sponsor, First Call Bail Bonds. All right, so, hey, Mustangs haven't worked their way down to get on the field, so let's get back to some game talk here, Matt. I talked to Coach Heitland on the field before the game, and he said Wednesday might have been their best practice of the season, and the boys are continuing to come out and work hard during the week. So let's talk a little bit about keys to the game today, Matt. Let's talk about the offensive side of the football. What are you looking for tonight, and what are going to be some keys to the game for the Mustangs to have success on the offensive side? I think in order for us to have success, we need to have success on the ground. We need to make sure that we're moving the chains, getting the ball, positive yards on first down, and if we can do that and give Ty a little bit of breather on the back end, not put him in third and long situations, I think we'll see a lot of success. Eliminating those penalties and those costly turnovers are going to be critical for us, but I really, really want to focus on that run game. If we can get it going, I think we're going to have a lot of success tonight.
Don't doubt you on that one. And on the defensive side, our defense has been solid all year. I know we've got 2 losses, but they've been on the field a lot, especially in the second half of the first 2 football games. So, for me, it's going to be critically coming out, playing a good first half, but how do we come up out of halftime? We've struggled a little bit third quarter. We got to make sure our defense is getting rest, the offense can stay on the field and generate some drives and just see what kind of success we can have. So defensively, it's going to be tough, man. We got to stop number 1, and that's Deshaun Ross for Fort Dodge. He is their stud, man. 334 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns through 2 games. I mean, that's a stud himself. So he's a sophomore this year, state champ wrestler his freshman year last year. So he's an athlete, man, and that's somebody we're going to have to key on. And Coach Heitland said the same thing, Matt. He goes, man, we got to stop and we got to corral number 1. It's going to be key tonight, and he plays both sides of the football. We noticed, too, that on the defensive side, he's got 18.5 tackles this year, 4 of them for loss. So we're going to probably calling a lot of number 1 tonight. I'm just hoping we can limit the damage, Matt.
I think you're absolutely right. It's going to take a team effort to really corral him. I mean, you're not going to stop someone like that all game, but containing him, making sure we limit those big plays is going to be critical for our defense. And in complementary football, our defense, they get off the field, our offense has got to get on there to sustain some drives. And if we can do that and really kind of just give our defense a breather, I think they're going to see a lot of success. And our kids are going to play hard. They always do. So I just can't wait to see how they respond.
No doubt. We're excited to get the opportunity to play Fort Dodge. We want to welcome all the Fort Dodge Dodger fans to the stream that weren't able to make the trip down to DCG tonight. We want to say thanks to the fans across the way that did make the trip. They've got some nice fans over in the bleachers across the way, in the visitor bleachers. And then, man, Matt, we've got another packed house again here for our second home game this year. Last week we had the same thing, so we should have a great turnout. It's going to be loud out there. Weather's perfect.
I was down in the rain, I was out and alone and it left me in pain. Looking at me like I'm really insane, but I took the time just to practice my range. I hit it when
our athletes and our students it's a sight to see, and I can't thank everybody enough for coming out and listening in on this game, and hopefully we'll have a win to celebrate after tonight.
Well, we're going to cross our fingers. I know Fort Dodge fans are hoping their boys can get their second. As a Mustang fan, we're hoping for our first win of the season. And you know, I didn't give him a shout out last week, so shame on me and slap the wrist, Matt, but we got to give a huge shout out to our DCG Booster Club, because our Booster Club is phenomenal. You know, we every school relies on their Booster Club. The Booster Club always does a lot for every school, but I tell you what, ours is special. They really go above and beyond. They're doing everything they can to make sure that our student athletes are taken care of, and doing everything from a school standpoint just to make sure that all of these programs, no matter which sport, are getting the support that they need to get stuff done. So thanks very much to the Booster Club. We appreciate it. We'll try to continue to give you shout outs throughout the season. You very much deserve it. So the hype video just went, the new hype video. Oh, here we go, Matt. Teams marching down, flags in front. This is my favorite part, man. Well, one of my favorite parts.
Let's do this.
But, man, I love it when the team comes out. Home uni is the same as last week, man. We're going red tops and gray bottoms, man. It looked sharp last week, looks sharp here tonight, too. All right, team's going to work themselves out here. For those that know Mustang football, man, this is the tradition. Team always walks out. Arm in arm, get ready to come down here. We're going to get hyped up, run onto the field, and then we'll start looking at opening toss and everything else. So we're going to take just a quiet break here. We're going to watch these Mustangs break out live and get things started here. I love that entrance, man. Plus, I love me some Metallica, so you can't go wrong either way, right? The Mustangs look jazzed and look hype. Again, they're going to be in the red tops, gray bottoms, Fort Dodge, and all whites tonight. White tops, white bottoms. It's going to be a fun game tonight. Again, the big thing we're going to have to keep an eye out for is number one. He's going to be a beast, Drayshawn Ross. And for our Mustangs, man, it's just going to be executing tonight, man. It's one thing that we just haven't been consistent on all year. I'm looking forward to that. Our Mustang captain's getting ready to head to midfield for the coin toss tonight. Looks like Beisser Lumber's out there, the honorary game sponsor for tonight, getting out there and getting it done. But I'm hoping to call first call bail bonds a lot tonight, man. I want some red zone opportunities. You know, we had one, I think, last week. We got to have more. If we're going to be successful, we got to put the ball in the end zone, Matt.
I think you're absolutely right. We got to do it early. We got to do it often, and we got to make sure we put the pressure on their defense. You know, really put them on notice that we're going to spend a lot of time on their half of the field, and our offense, you know, get that first play one at a time. Get that first play, positive yards, put yourself in a good position, and just take it one play, one snap, one play at a time, and I think we'll have a lot of success.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, I think both teams are coming in this looking the same way. Minimize penalties. We've done a pretty good job of that this year. We have not penalized ourselves like we did last year. I think last year might have been a high for the Mustangs just for a season in penalties. Been a lot better. It's just a turnover side, right? So we've turned the ball over a little bit the first two games. We have not gotten a turnover in the first two games. So, you know, that was another thing Coach Heitland said. He goes, man, we got to get a turnover. And I agree. I mean, you said it earlier, Matt. We've had some opportunities. We've just come up a little short on that end.
We absolutely need to do it. Our defense has put themselves in good positions, but we got to capitalize on it. And that ball's on the turf. You know, we got to make sure we jump on it and stay in bounds. That ball's in the air. Our guys got to make sure they corral it and give our offense a really good chance to start with great field position. And if we can do that and flip the field position, and it's going to really put the pressure on their defense. And the longer our offense can stay on the field, the less opportunity number one has to really kind of hit those holes and put a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah, let's wear them out on the defensive side of the ball. You know, that would definitely benefit us. But you know, looking at him in warm-ups, man, super impressive. You know, tall, athletic. Like I said, state champ wrestler his freshman year. I mean, he's got a lot of things going for him. And let's not throw down either. I mean, You know, Nick Venda, sorry, just want to make sure. Nick Venda has 243 passing yards, a couple of touchdowns. You know, the receivers are putting up some stats, led by Ty Adams with 109 receiving yards and a touchdown. So, you know, we're going to talk a lot about Dre'Son Ross, but we can't forget, man, you said earlier, their play action. We don't know what their offense is going to look like, but, you know, there's some things that they're going to be able to do to not put all the pressure on him. And their quarterback obviously can make some plays. So the defense is going to have their work cut out for them tonight. And but hey, we get to see the offense first, man. Fort Dodge is going to kick it off. We're going to see how it goes down here. So kicking off for Fort Dodge, man. Number 10, Parker Schillerstrom, going to kick it off. Back for the Mustangs deep. Number 4, Cole Kessler. Number 5, Tate Perrin. Excited to see that.
To get these balls returned today. Last week, I know they were touchback. I think every kickoff that we had. So hopefully we'll get a chance to put ourselves in a great position to get past the 25 here.
Yeah, Kessel's averaging about 15 yards a return, and Tate about 12.3 on the kickoff. So it's all going to be about, you know, setting ourselves up and then positive yards on first down, Matt. Let's see what happens here. But here we go, folks. The ball is away. Game underway.
Short kick.
Tate Perrin to take it for the Mustangs. He's got some room. Takes it up the right side. He's tackled down at the 32-yard line by, looks like number 3, Drew Moritz.
Drew Mortiz.
Sorry about that.
But it's a great opportunity for our offense now. You know, we're on past the 30-yard line. I want them to really stay focused, stay in tune, and just like I said, play complementary football. You know, everyone has an assignment. Everyone's got a job to do. Make sure you execute on every play, and let's try to get some positive yards here.
Well, answered it up, man. I had a good feeling that Dre'Son Ross played linebacker. He sure does, man. Middle linebacker right in the middle of the field. All right, Mustang start trips left. Carp in the backfield. Ty's going to take the snap. He's got a lot of time back there, man.
Yes, he does.
Rolls to the right, nothing. Finds Dane Mock. Nice catch right there by Dane Mock, able to turn upfield. Going to be a first down on the first play of the game. That's exactly what we needed right there.
Yeah, but you had Jesse Agley there on to make the tackle. Dane Mock was able to kind of just get by him and corral that pass. That's fantastic. I like them getting up the line here, playing a little tempo.
Yeah, 2 receivers split to both sides. Ty's going to turn. Hand off to Carp up the middle. Nice run by Eli Carpenter. Going to be tackled there by number 8, Grant Williams. But good start for the Mustangs, man. I like the momentum. I like how we're getting to the ball, Matt. Just like you said, it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs, now on Fort Dodge territory at the Dodger 49-yard line. Another handoff. Carp up the left side. Oh, man, what a great tackle made right there. Looks like made by number 5, Cal Hartman. We'll call his name a lot on the defensive side as well. I mean, Hartman this year, defensively, 12 tackles so far through the first 2 games. Trips left for the Mustangs. Let's see what Ty's going to do here. He's going to drop back to throw. Again, a lot of time. Fires. Got Valenta right at the marker.
Oh, a little short. They're a little short.
You know, I feel like we got pretty good vantage point up here, Matt. But, man, I don't know about that spot. I thought we were right at the marker. But we're going to be 3rd and about a half a yard. 4th and a half a yard.
4th and a half a yard here. I love the fact that our offense is staying on the field. Obviously, with the field position we have, we got to slow down here, convert. You need 1 yard. Let's make sure we work hard for it.
Yeah, 4th down's been hit or miss for the Mustangs this year. We've failed on some, we've hit on some. So this would be a big one for the Mustangs. Going to go tight bunch trips formation to the right side. Hand off to Carp up the right side, and he's going to fall forward for
first down.
A Mustang first down.
This is exactly what we needed, Brad. We needed to make sure we started out with a couple first downs, get some momentum on offense, and they're doing it. I love the fact that he came out with up-tempo, going to the no-huddle offense just to really give us a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, you know, it was important for them to start quick. I mean, too many 3-and-outs last week in the second half. They just couldn't get anything going. This is exciting for the Mustangs here. 2 receivers right for Ty. Carp motions up to his left side. Ty again. Man, just a lot of time for Ty. Ooh, he's got a lot of room there.
A lot of grass.
He's going to work his way up, stop. He's going to be pulled down, tackled there by number 19, Noah Daniel.
Not before he gained like 6 or 7 yards on that first down play. I love it. I love the fact that Ty kept his eyes downfield, gave it an opportunity, but when you have that much daylight, you can't not run the football there.
Yeah, no kidding. It looks like they're going to give him 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs at the Dodger 32-yard line. You know, and Fort Dodge doing a good job. I mean, they are getting to the ball. They're making tackles, not missing tackles, but, man, the Mustang O-line is giving Ty a lot of time to throw the ball here. Trips to the right, inside handoff to the right side. Ooh, nice job by Carp. Man, just kind of worked his way up, man, slithered like a snake.
Our Our offensive line is being physical to start the game, and I love it. They're giving Carpet some really big holes to run through, and he is taking advantage of it. Just straight downhill football.
Yeah, first down for the Mustangs at the Dodger 24-yard line. 2 receivers left for Ty. Takes the snap. Handoff left side. Oh, Carp again. Man, Carp's getting 4 or 5 yards of carry, and that's exactly what you want, man, especially on first down. That way you can just continue that momentum down, but another great run up the left side for Carp.
Yeah, Noah Daniel, he made that stop there, but again, not before Ty got another 5 yards.
Right, 2 receivers right for Ty this time. Drops back to throw. Fires left. Nice cut right there by Carp. Turns it upfield. That's going to be a first down reception right there. Gain of about 7. And a great start for DCG, man.
Something we haven't seen out of the offense to start the year so far is they're doing a really great job of mixing up the play call, and they're not just pass, not just rush, but they're giving the defense something to think about.
Yeah, here we go. 2 receivers right. Ty inside handoff. Oh, not this time, man.
Everywhere.
That was Hartman. Yeah.
Al Hartman.
Tackle for loss. That's the first play going backwards for the Mustang, and that's a loss of about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 at the Dodger 15-yard line. If you're a Fort Dodge fan, that's a huge tackle by Hartman right there.
Yeah, and our offense came out and they kind of punched him in the mouth here, and you're going to see what Fort Dodge is made of here. It's a bend, don't break kind of attitude, but hopefully the Mustangs can continue to put the pressure on.
Yeah, trips right here for Ty. Going to be a passing down, I'm sure. Yep, going to roll him to the right side. He's going to fire. Oh, fires into traffic, looking for Heigerken.
Grant Williams making a fantastic play on the ball. If he wouldn't have been there, I have no doubt he'd have came down with that ball.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 3rd and long for the Mustangs here. So critical play here. I thought he was going to the back side over here because he had, trying to think of who that was down there. Might have been Dane Mock possibly, but there was somebody, I thought that's where he was going, was back corner. So he had me fooled on that one.
That's who Williams was covering, and he made that adjustment that when the ball was thrown in the air, he came back to the ball and made that play.
Jaden Jones spread right, trips right for Ty. Turns, going to do that same rollout. He's going to stop. He's going to roll back left now. He's going to take it, run, put his head down. He's going to get all the way down to about the 5-yard line. So he gets a lot of it back. It's going to be about 4th and 2. Right about the 5-yard line for the Mustangs. Nope, just in about the 6-yard line. Looks like where the spot's going to be. So 4th and 4. I don't see the field goal team coming out at all. Mustangs are going to go for it here deep in their territory. 4th and about 4. No, 4th and 5. They moved it back another yard. So 4th and 5 here for the Mustangs. Critical 4th down for both teams. It's going to be a big stop for Fort Dodge, or a big touchdown, or a big first down for the Mustangs.
I love the fact we're going for it here. Put some confidence in your offense. Let them make a play.
Yeah, bunch formation on the left side for DCG. Going to turn fake, going to roll. Finds Dane Mock. Dane gets his hands under it. Touchdown, Mustangs! Boom, shakalaka!
What a catch by Dane Mock. Getting his hands under that ball, that was as great of a catch as you're going to see.
Man, I tell you, Dane playing 2 ways this year for the first time. He's our stud linebacker on the defense, but he came out tight end. Looked like Travis Kelce going down to get that football.
Yes, he did.
Big opening touchdown drive for the Mustangs. Exactly what you wanted as a Mustang fan. Now we get to see if we can put the extra point through, and coming out to get that done is Dylan Lackland. So let's see what we can do here, man. Extra point. Taking Gray, the holder. Snap down. Kick is up, and good. Mustangs, early 7-0 lead. Oh, man, and I forgot it. I got so excited, Matt. You pointed out, but got to give out the red zone. First call bail bonds. We can all fall short and make mistakes. When you or your loved ones do, first call bail bonds is here to lend a helping hand across the heartland. Man, we were just too pumped on that. So first call bail bonds, thanks for being our red zone sponsor. Try not to forget you next time. But either way, we're going to give you some shout out and some love, as that was a huge opening drive for the Mustangs, Matt. That was so badly needed.
That's exactly what our team needed. Now our defense can feed off of this. Our defense should be pumped. They should be hyped. They should be in a position to really get hungry and get after them when they get on the field. So our offense just really needed to come together and put a great drive together. Not only did they do that, but I'm telling you, we made some phenomenal plays there. And we put ourselves in great position time and time again just to continue to work downhill.
Yeah, no doubt. Back to receive for the Dodgers is going to be number 22, Tytrell Mosley, averaging 3 yards a return. And then right now, when it comes to kick returns, the deadly guy, Ty Adams. He's got 1 return for 85 yards and a touchdown already this year. He's averaging 85 yards on a return. So Can't argue them deals. So the Mustang special teams going to have their work cut out for them here.
Best thing we can do is put it in the back of the end zone.
That's right, and Hudson getting ready to kick off here for the Mustangs. But now Fort Dodge gets their chance to answer. You know, their defense wasn't able to hold DCG. Now can our defense do that? Can we get a hold on a very talented Fort Dodge offense? Get ready to take the field. Kicks away. Going to be taken by number 6. Coming up the middle, going to go down the right side. He's going to be tackled immediately right there by the Mustangs. Number 44, Karsten Froon.
I love the coverage there. He came down, he broke down, made sure he didn't get outside, and then he cut in to make that tackle. That was a great job on the coverage there.
All right, let's talk about this DCG Mustang defense led by Dane Mock, number 47, leading the team with 20.5 tackles. Lane Nelson, the other linebacker, number 52 with 17, and Tayton Gray, the other linebacker with 13. And then your D-line man, Brandon Bailiff, Aiden Charleston with 7 and 8 apiece. Our D-line, very strong, very big, very good. And we're going with the forefront here, Matt. You were asking earlier. So 4-3 style defense here. Ross is going to be direct snap here. Little wildcat option here, looks like. He's going to get it. Toss to the right side. Oh, man, lots of room over there. Cole Kessel comes up and makes an absolutely great tackle. The senior corner comes up. I didn't get a chance to talk about Cole Kessel. He's got 9. Now his 10th tackle. Another solo tackle right there. That was big time, man.
That was impressive. You had Hartman out there ready to make the block, and he just sidestepped him and was able to put his shoulder to make that tackle. That was an incredible play.
Yeah, Tytrell Mosley right there on the carry. So here we go, man. Nick Vinda in shotgun. Nope, we're going to do it again. They're going to rotate it out. Going to put Ross, little wildcat again. Interesting right here. Mosley in, and no, they're going to run it to the right side. Brandon Bailiff over there, and he's going to take him on, and Brandon Bailiff with the tackle.
That's what we needed there. Our defense needed to stay home, play nice, quality defensive football, and our guys aren't overcommitting. You know, they're making sure they watch the play.
You know, I was talking with my son, and I was like, hey, what's your job going to be this week? We talk about it every week, and he goes, Dad, I got to contain. Did a great job right there. Pushed his offensive lineman up, able to shed, make the tackle on Ross right there for virtually no gain. It's going to be 3rd and long here for Fort Dodge. Nick Vinda now back in shotgun, traditional formation here for the Fort Dodge offense for the first time tonight. All right, let's see what the Dodgers got in store here for the Mustangs. Nick Vinda's going to drop back to pass. He's going to go deep. He's got a receiver. Oh, gets turned around, but holy smokes, man. Was number 8 Grant Williams? Man, he was open, had his defender beat, and just the throw happened to be back over the other shoulder, man. That was a tough one. But Fort Dodge, man, showing that they can sling the ball there, Matt, on 3rd down.
Yeah, and Caden did a good job recovering there because he was beat early. He was able to get back into play and try to do something. But we got to keep our eye on those receivers. We can't have our focus too far in the backfield and let those guys get behind us.
All right. Hey, it's going to set up a punt opportunity here for the Mustangs. Cole Kestel and Tate Perrin back to receive. Trying to get a number for the punter here. We'll get one here shortly. Punt is away. Looks like it's going to be number 8 punting, Grant Williams. And, what a bounce. It's happened a couple times, I feel, to the Mustangs. The ball's off to the sideline. You think it's going to go out. Rolls back in, but, hey, that's a great punt for Fort Dodge. Going to pin the Mustangs back 1st and 10 at their 23-yard line. Now we get to see the offense back on the field, man. Can they keep that momentum is the question.
That is a big question. Can they come out and sustain another drive and put, the ball, put one foot in front of the other and really make some plays here? It's going to be Fort Dodge, and I'm going to be curious to see how they kind of respond here. You know, they kind of probably on their heels a little bit after last drive, see how they respond, see what they do coming out. I'm hoping we keep that momentum on offense, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, the defense did their job. They got a 3 and out. So it allows the offense to get back on, and this is what you want to see. You want your offense on the field more than your defense. In the last couple of weeks, it's been reversed. So this is a really good start for DCG to see if they can keep it. Ty's going to have trips right here, Matt. Empty backfield. We're going to spread it wide out here. Why not? Let's see what happens. He's been getting great protection from his O-line, though, Matt.
I love what they're doing on offense. They're rolling him out, and they're bringing the lineman out with him to make sure he's got good protection, and that's allowing him to stretch the field. And we've got some really great looks, some open receivers from that formation.
Well, and the big thing is receivers catching the ball, and we saw it with that touchdown catch by Dane Mock. You know, you got to have trust in your receivers. They're going to make plays for you. You know, the nice thing about Ty is he is mobile, so he can roll left, roll right if he's got the time.
Absolutely.
And when you can do that and your receivers can find open pockets, it could be a big deal here. So
it's the decision making by Ty as well. I mean, he's looking downfield, he's looking for his receivers, but if they're not there, he's willing to hold that ball down and take what the defense has given him. And he's done that a couple times and gotten us some good yardage.
All right, here we go. The officials finally let the ball go, which means Eli Roop is going to snap the ball here. And hey, thinking about Roop, let's give a huge shout out to Stephanie Roop, Eli's mom, turning 50 years old today. Happy birthday, Steph Roop. All right, Ty Mickelson, back to pass again. God, he's got a lot of time. Wide open, Valenta over the middle.
I love it.
Makes the catch up to the 45-yard line. A Mustang first down. But Ty's got all day. I'm loving what the O-line is doing here, Matt.
Offensive line is really giving them some time. The defense is only coming with 3 guys, maybe 4 here and there. They're giving Ty the time, and Ty's showing that if you give him the time, he's going to find a receiver.
Yeah, nice job by Valenta to find the open field. And Carpenter up the left side, makes a move, stays on his feet. Going to get about 4 yards. Yeah, we're going to give him 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs at the DCG 49-yard line.
Ty's a great runner. He can run downhill, but he's also patient. He's able to kind of just stay behind his blocker on that and get a few extra yards.
All right, got trips to the right. Ty takes the ball, drops back. Looks like it's going to be a screen. Ooh! Ball knocked down and almost intercepted by number 20, Jonathan Brown for Fort Dodge.
Jonathan wants that one back.
He wants that back because that was there. Not a good decision by Ty, man. If it wasn't there, throw it at the feet of the running back. It's not going to be grounding. Just get rid of it. Don't force it. They got lucky on that one,
They got lucky on that one, but I like the play call by Coach. You know, he felt like the defense was probably going to give him a little pressure and try to come out with a screen pass. It didn't quite formulate, but I like the thought process behind it.
But I'm going to give Fort Dodge all the credit on that, man. They stayed home. They played the screen very well.
Yes,
nice job by Brown there.
Yes,
almost coming up with the turnover. All right, Ty takes the snap. Pressured for the first time. Step up, fires. Oh, but hit as he throws. Had Carpenter on the sideline open. But unfortunately, Carp had to turn to the left side and wasn't able to get to it. Unfortunately, it's going to be 4th and long. And Fort Dodge did their job. They got the Mustangs off the field, but we may be able to shift field position here, Matt. I mean, the Mustangs able to get up to about midfield. Tatum Gray with a good punt. See if we can pin Fort Dodge deep here.
Absolutely. And if you're Fort Dodge, that's what you needed. You needed your offense to get back on the field. Your defense needed to get a stop. And they started putting a little bit of pressure on Ty at the end of that drive there, and it kind of rattled them a little bit. I don't think we maybe weren't quite ready for it, but they were able to get them, their defense off the field.
Ty Adams back to receive. Tatum Gray with the punt. Nice punt by Tatum Gray. Fair catch called. He's going to take it. And fair caught at the 10-yard line. So nice pump by Tatum Gray. Fort Dodge now to start 1st and 10 on their 10. Flip field position here. This could be good for the Mustangs D. We're going to have to come up big here, Matt.
I agree. This would be a great opportunity for our defense to come with their first turnover. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier about trying to be opportunistic on the defense. Let's continue to be aggressive, but play disciplined football, stay home, and see if we can, come up with football here.
Yeah, we talked earlier. Now the Mustangs gave up some runs, inside runs, in that second half against Newton last week. Fort Dodge hasn't done that yet. Mustangs containing well on the outside. Let's see how that goes. But Wildcat formation again. Ross going to go up the right side, and he's hit immediately. Dane Mock looks like he's coming up the bottom of that. Yeah, why not? Dane Mock is just a beast.
Mock was there. Brandon Bailiff was on the bottom of that pod. I think he wrapped his legs up, and Mock came and finished him up.
Little tag team tackle action. I love that. It's 2-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 8. But I'll tell you what, Fort Dodge loving that Wildcat. Why not? When you got a guy like Ross back there that can run the ball the way he does, man, you got to put the rock in his hands. Fort Dodge doing that same formation again. Going to run up that right side. He's got a little room, but he's going to be tripped up right there by Tate Perrin and Dane Mock right there to help clean it up too.
Big 3rd down here. This is what our defense has got to do. They got to get off the field here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and about 3. Ross able to get a few more yards on that 2nd down carry. This is a big defensive play here. If the Mustangs can generate another 3 and out, that would be big here. Let's see what the Mustang D's got. Let's see what Fort Dodge is going to do. They're staying in that Wildcat formation.
It's allowing our defense to kind of bunch up to the line, though, which I kind of like. Crowded a little bit.
Here it is, that run to the right side again, and just stacked up. What a play.
I love it.
And as much as I'd love to get a defensive number, I saw Lane Nelson there. I see Dane Mock getting up. There's a lot of Mustangs to help make that play, but that was a gain of no yards on 3rd down, Matt. The D-line coming up big, closing the hole right there. Ross had nowhere to go.
Our defensive line stood him up, and they put pressure on that front line of Fort Dodge there and didn't let him get anywhere.
Interesting. They're going for it right here. Fort Dodgers, man. Nick Vinda back in shotgun. Not far enough back for a pooch punt, I would think, in this shotgun formation. No, Ross, sorry, Wildcat here. They're keeping Ross in the backfield. I think they're trying to get him to jump, and they are not going to, and Fort Dodge is going to call their first timeout of the game, which means they'll probably bring the punt unit. I wouldn't go for it the way the Mustang D's look for that deep in your territory. So, Matt, Mustangs defense, man, looking good to start. What are you liking so far?
I love that we're playing team football. We're coming together. Our defensive line, our linebackers, our cornerbacks, our safeties are all playing together, making sure they cover each other, playing disciplined football, and we're being physical. And that's what we needed to do. Our defensive line is standing up to the Fort Dodge's offensive line and not letting them push them around. And it's having an effect on the game right now.
Well, you know, again, it's all about containment, right? You got to be able to contain number one, because I'll tell you what, if he gets loose or he can get moving downhill, he's a beast, man, and those are big plays you want to avoid. And the Mustangs so far have been able to cut that off, fill the gaps, and are making tackles. And you're right, Matt, they're playing physical, and that's something that, you know, Coach Heitland said, and as I talked to him on the field earlier, is we got to be physical, man. Fort Dodge, he knew Fort Dodge was going to be physical. The question was, is we were going to be able to match that. All right, back to punt here. Number 8, Grant Williams, and back to receive, Cole Kestel and Tate Perrin for the Mustangs. Punt is away. Almost blocked by Tate and Gray. What an effort, but man, what a punt again. Talk about a roll. That punt's going to drop all the way down. It's going to be touched down by Fort Dodge at the Mustang 27-yard line.
I'll tell you what, we've been probably this close, a little hair's width away from blocking multiple punts this year. Our guys are getting great pressure on those punts. It's not going to be long before we actually get one.
I'm hearing you on that, but the one thing that has not gone our way this year is the roll. Holy cow, what a great roll. If you're a Fort Dodge fan, that was a big-time punt, because we talk about field position, Matt. That shifts that down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, instead of having to go, you know, potentially, because I think it bounced somewhere around like the 45-yard line or so, so it bounced, you know, almost 20 yards.
I think it took a huge just hop forward. It was unbelievable.
It's a huge chunk of the field that you now have to traverse against this Fort Dodge defense, and you want that as a punter. Your special teams have to come out and they have to play with you as well.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, the Mustangs had a little momentum to start their last drive, but ended up stalling out about midfield. Back on the field here, Mustangs up 7-0 here with 2:12 left in the first quarter. Mustangs going to bring Heigerking in motion. He's going to inside handoff to Karp. He's got some speed. He's going to be up to about, looks like the 35-yard line, but there's laundry on the field, and where it's at, it normally is going to look like a holding call here.
Here, I got the press.
And it looks like it will be.
Taking them back.
Oh, man, holding. That might be our first holding call of the season, too. I mean, we've been very strong as far as limiting the amount of penalties this year, but now it's going to be first and a mile for the Mustangs.
This is the one thing we have a tough time doing, is when we do get that negative play on first down or a penalty, we do have a tough time kind of then getting some momentum going. So I'd like to see us get some positive yards here and just make second down more manageable.
Yep, trips right for the Mustangs. Quick out here to Carpenter. Nice blocking up the field. Carp getting north and south, gets to the sideline, and he's going to be knocked out around the 32-yard line. Great gain on first down. That's getting a chunk back there, Matt.
10 of that back, which is fantastic. Got that penalty back. And I'll tell you, even more than that, excuse me. What I love, though, is I love putting Carp in motion, getting him a little head of steam, putting that ball in his hands, and our receivers did an incredible job downfield blocking, making sure they stayed on their guys to allow Eli to get those yards.
Yeah, it's going to be about 2nd and 5 here for the Mustangs. What a great first down play after the penalty for the Mustangs. That's what you want to see. Heigerkin in motion here, inside handoff to Carp up the left side, finds another gap, and he's going to make it all the way down, just close to midfield. Tackled right there by number 4, Jesse Agley.
That was an incredible run, and Ty broke a couple tackles on that play, and that tells you what he can do. He's a strong runner, and when he gets ahead of steam, you've really got to lay your pads into him to bring him down.
You meant Eli, though, right?
Eli.
Ty probably would have broke some tackles, too. Ty's going to take the snap, head trips right, lots of time to throw, doesn't see anything. He's going to roll to his left, not seeing anything again. Oh, and he's going to be torn down right there.
Number 19.
Yeah, Noah Daniel going to be the sack, coverage sack right there for Fort Dodge.
You see what they're doing there, though. Noah Daniel's actually spying Ty. He's sitting in the middle of the field, and where Ty goes, he goes. And I think that's probably because what happened in that first drive, Ty scrambling, getting those positive yards. They're going to make sure that they keep Ty in the pocket, but also they try to eliminate his scrambling.
Yeah, great job defensively. That's a coverage sack. Secondary did their job, not letting anybody open. It's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Mustangs after the sack. 2 receivers set right here for the Mustangs. Yeah, that was going to say. Yep, we got to have a false start on the defense here. See if I can get a number for you on the defensive side.
54, I believe.
Yep, I would agree with you there, Matt. He's running off the field.
That's Gavin Peterson. I think they got him to jump a little bit.
Got him to jump a little bit there. Yep. So gonna get some of that sack back. Now it's gonna be 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. So like that action at their 45-yard line. Gonna go trips right again for the Mustangs. Mustangs receivers have got to get open. Ty's getting some time in the pocket and just not getting able to fight. He does, wide open. Dane Moss down the left side.
Got behind the defense, and he is going into the end zone.
He's walking in. Boom, shakalaka. Mustangs. Dane Moss 2nd touchdown. Ty Mickelson 2nd touchdown. Gives the Mustangs a 13-0 lead here with 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
That was the blown coverage by Fort Dodge. I mean, he got behind the defense. I'm not sure if the safety kind of saw him coming across, and he just kind of was hoping that Ty would see him. And Ty kept those eyes downfield.
Yep.
It looked like he was about to run it, but he found Mock in the back, and I love the play.
What an outstanding play by Ty Mickelson. I mean, he's been having time. He did roll out, but you're right, man. Just keeping your head up downfield, seeing Dane wide open and making a good throw. You got to love that. And right there, the Mustangs fail on the extra point, so it's going to be 13-0. Is that kick? I don't know if it was.
Looks like he never got lift on it. There.
Didn't get any lift, man. Just kind of kicked it into the butt of his his offensive line there, unfortunately. So Mustangs 13, Fort Dodge nothing. But the Mustangs offense looking good to start here in the first half, and I love the start right now by DCG.
The play calling in this game is incredible. They're keeping Fort Dodge on their toes. We're not doing anything that's kind of just, I don't want to say vanilla, but we're not doing anything that's predictable at this point, and I love it. You got to keep the defense guessing, and when you do that, and you have a quarterback like Ty, you're going to have a lot of success.
Yeah, Ty's doing a great job. Play calling much better than last week, in my opinion. Not saying anything, but it is. I mean, you're right. They're just keeping him off balance. They're mixing in run. They're getting good. Carp's got to be averaging 4.5 yards per carry right now, and that opens things up big time.
You notice even on the runs that Carp's running up the middle, they're bringing a guy in motion. And what it's doing to the defense is that's making them stay home on the outside, because if Ty happens to hand that ball off, that guy on the outside's got to stay there, so he can't crash down to the middle and just kind of focus on Eli. So
hey,
it's great.
Let's make sure we give the guys in the trenches some love. The O-line doing their job tonight. So nice job, O-line, led down there by the senior Eli Root, our center, and just doing their job. All right, Fort Dodge, though, this is an important drive for the Dodgers, man. They have to respond here, down 2 scores. They really have to settle in offensively. But the Mustang D has not been making it easy for them. So I'm curious to see what happens. Kick is away. Oop, ball dropped to the turf. Coming up the right side, finds a hole, but is going to be tackled down right there by Brandon Bailiff on special teams. Nice tackle right there by B. And Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 around their 25-yard line.
It was a great recovery by the return man, because when you put the ball on the grass, first thing you have to do is make sure you get it back in your hands. And then he was able to make a little play, find a little light, and give him a little bit of
Ty Adams, good job responding. And sometimes it's really easy to freak out. He did, and he was able to pick it up and at least got it out to the 25-yard line. So Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 from their 25, and they're going to put 4 receivers out on the left side. Maybe some trickery here. I don't know. We'll see. I can tell you, Nick Vinda back in shotgun. Interesting formation. Looked like a quick screen, is not, and it's going to be taken down big time right there. Eli Carpenter with the big sack coming off the line.
Inside. I love it. I love it. You know what? We had a lot of faith in our defense there. We had 2 guys down here covering the quads, and Eli was able to just spring in there and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback quick.
Yeah, the nice thing is the D-line in general did. I mean, Brandon Bailiff got up the line. Perch got up the line down there, and when they were able just to get that, and then Cart just throws through. They were looking to do a screen down here to the short side, and it wasn't there, and then he turned to the right, and he had nowhere to go with that. So that was an outstanding play defensively to end the first quarter.
Our cornerback, and I can't recall who it was, he blew up that play. He knew what was coming. He hit the receiver in front of him, and pushed him back into the receiver who was intended for, and that's what you said. The quarterback had to pull it down. And
well, it comes down to, obviously they were watching film, right? So they probably seen that play on film. And, you know, but we also have to be careful because, you know, maybe Fort Dodge is like, all right, we didn't get that, but, you know, maybe they got to look. They might do something different out of it. So that's a formation we'll have to keep an eye on. That's not one we see very often, Matt, when we've been broadcasting games. There's 4 receivers bunched like that to any side of the field. So didn't work this time for Fort Dodge, but we'll keep an eye on it. But, man, it's going to be 2nd and 22 after the sack by Eli Carpenter. Not only is he running the ball, he makes a big play on the defensive side, setting the Mustangs defense up again to have some success on their third straight defensive series. Correct. I got tied on them. Thanks for bailing me out on that.
I got you. And I'll tell you what, the coach has got these kids prepared. You know, and that's what you expect a coach to do. After a tough game last week, kind of where we had a great first half, we kind of struggled the second half. The coach came out, he's got the kids ready, he's got a great game plan, and the kids are executing. And as a coach, you got to love to see that on the field. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Ryan Perch, nice job on that last play. Jackson Studer on the line down there, going to keep Brandon Bailiff. Let's see what they're going to do here. So Nick Vinda, shotgun here. It's going to be a sweep play to the left side. He's going to try to get around the corner, and he's not going to. He's just wrapped up by a host of Mustangs.
Yeah,
but
Jimmy Seaman led the way out there, and he was able to turn that back inside. That was a great play.
Caden Mayfield, number 2. So you saw 1-2. It was Caden Mayfield that broke that.
Excuse me, Caden.
He's the one that disrupted that play on the corner down there. Great job, because he had like 3 guys pursuing. Caden comes up, and that's what you do.
Turn it in.
You got to turn it in, man. Contain. Nice job defensively here. So it's going to be 3rd and 24 for the Dodgers. Nick Vinda is going to turn inside handoff to Ross, and he is not going anywhere as he is tackled down there. I see Lane Nelson.
Nelson was able to
Who
wrap
else
him up.
is down
Brandon
there?
Bailiff hit him first, but he shook that off. But, yeah, Lane Nelson was there.
That's number 62 we were just talking about right there, and that's a great play by Clark Johnson. Punt team out now.
Defense is at it
again.
Man,
the defense is looking like a bunch of stud muffins down there. They're looking hungry. The energy right now by DCG is just phenomenal.
These fans are giving them something to cheer for.
All right, punt is away. Another one. Oh, this time they didn't get that big of a bounce, but it's going to come down around the 49-yard line. So the Mustangs will be 1st and 10 on their 49.
He tapped the back a little bit. They're going to give him to another. Fort Dodge,
really?
48. Yeah, the guy came back. He tried to tap it back.
Oh, look at the little sneaky sneak right there. All right, so we start on Dodger territory. So field position here, right? Big. And the Mustangs have had some success on offense on all 3 drives, scoring on 2 of the first 3. Let's see if they keep that going here, Matt.
I'd love to see him come out and continue to keep the defense guessing. And if you're Fort Dodge, you just need a big play here. If you can get them a negative play on 1st down and really put them in a 2nd or 3rd and long, you're going to give your defense a chance. So I'd love to see Mustangs stay aggressive, though.
And here we go. Ty's going to roll out, throw to Dane Mock. His 3rd catch of the game, his first not for a touchdown, but he's going to gain probably about, is it 4th?
He had that first catch down here on the sideline.
Oh, that's right. See, look at you keeping
Mock's
track.
all over the place.
I love it. He's all over the place tonight. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs to keep this drive going. Coming up on the 10-minute mark here in the 2nd quarter.
Good.
Man, I'm just excited, man. I love what I'm seeing from our team tonight, man. It's absolutely awesome. Ty back to throw. He's going to step up. Oh, flag down.
Yeah, he got him for holding.
Yeah, but Ty's going to be hit hard here on the near sideline. And it's going to be tackle made by number 2, Jordan Lesmere, sorry. But it looks like it will be holding.
What I love to see that our offense is doing is I love the tempo that they're playing with.
Yes.
They're not letting the defense kind of get settled. They're coming to the line. Sometimes they'll run the ball quick, get up there and snap it quick. Sometimes it'll take a few extra seconds, but it's just good to see.
All right, hold play is going to drive them back, so it's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs.
I believe you're right, Brad. 2nd and 13. And for Fort Dodge, this is what you needed. You needed something to kind of put Dallas Center in 2nd or 3rd long, and that's what they did. Let's see how they respond, though. I know Dallas Center's had a lot of positive plays. If you're Dallas Center, you just got to keep downhill.
Yeah, 2nd holding play or penalty of the game. And the last time, though, we got a really nice play after the penalty. Let's see if they can do it again. Trips left here for the Mustangs. Ty's going to roll to his left side. Plenty of time. He's going to fire. He's going deep to Dane Mock.
That's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds.
Down the sideline.
Yep. I love the look. Taking a shot on 2nd down. Now it'll be 3rd and 13, but not a bad time right there to take a shot, Matt.
It's definitely not. And Grant Williams was back there, and he made a great play. He was staying close to Dane Mock the whole time. But if you're Ty, sometimes you got to put the ball up and let your receiver make a play, and that's what he attempted to do there. Just a little bit too far out of bounds, but I like the chance. I like to see him just be aggressive.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's a big play for Fort Dodge because if they can keep it 4th and long, it will put the Mustangs in a punting situation. If the Mustangs can get anywhere close to the marker, it'll be a 2-down situation for DCG. So big play defensively for Fort Dodge. Got a bunch formation, tight bunch formation to each side. Ty's going to drop back to throw. Fires out to Heigerkin on the left side. Makes the catch. Gets up to the Fort Dodge 46-yard line. Flag down.
Be interesting here to see what the call is, and if it's going against Dallas Center. If you're Fort Dodge, do you decline it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, DCG would probably go for it inside the 50-yard line here with the success they've had. So if it is against DCG,
it'd be 4th and 8 though if they decline it.
I would probably take it, but we'll see. Oh, it's against Fort Dodge. So that's probably going to give the Mustangs an automatic first down. That's a huge penalty for Fort Dodge, man. That's not what you wanted to see. You were hoping to try to get the Mustangs off the field finally. And now all you're doing is giving the opportunity to extend that drive. And that is a monster 15-yard penalty, and that's going to put it 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Fort Dodge 31-yard line. Let's see if the Mustangs can keep this thing rolling, Matt. I mean, obviously.
Give him a second chance here. If you're Fort Dodge, you give him a second chance. You got to – you're not liking what you see there, but –
all right, here we go. Bunch trips formation on the left side. Ty's going to inside handoff to Carpenter. And he's going to be hit right away off the right side. Tackle made by number 0, Isaiah Caldwell.
It was a great tackle, stepping in there and cutting the legs out from Carpenter. Yeah. And that's really the only way you can really tackle him, is to get low on Eli. If you get high on Eli, he's liable to kind of run through you.
Well, and that was just a great job by Isaiah. Talk about contain. That's what he did on that side. I mean, they're playing 3 down right now, so to be able to make that play from that position was big. Now it's 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. Let's see what we can do here. 2 receivers right side for Ty. Heigerkin in motion, and we're going to have a penalty. False start, and it is. Man, the Mustangs tonight, offensively, penalty-wise, the most we've had in a game so far this year. It's a little frustrating because we're playing so well, we're just killing our momentum, Matt.
We are, and that's exactly what we would try to stay out of. We've done a good job to this point in the game to be able to overcome those, but we can't continue to assume that that's what we're going to do. We got to make sure we play just focused, flag-free football.
Yeah, so 2nd and 14 for the Mustangs at the Fort Dodge 35-yard line. Trips to the right for Ty. He's going to roll to his right side. He's got all day to throw. He's going to see he's got Dane Mock, and Dane's not going to be able to get it in. Hit made there by number 4, Jesse Agley. He had all day to throw. Another coverage play right there. The Fort Dodge secondary has made some adjustments, Matt, and they're doing a really good job of covering up those receivers, making Ty hold on to the football.
They are, and they're keeping that linebacker kind of keeping an eye on him, keeping him in the pocket too, which is eliminating his ability to kind of run if there's nothing there. So they've made some great adjustments. I'd like to see what we do as far as the Mustangs. What are we going to do in response?
Well, and this is the other thing here is I'm going to challenge DCG. We've seen that play 4-5 times tonight, the roll to the strong side. See if we mix it up here. We might. We got bunch trips formation on the right side. Ty with a straight drop back. He's going to roll to his right. Fires. Valenta with the catch. Turns upfield. Tackle made right there by number 6, Ty Adams, but not before Valenta with a huge catch at first down for the Mustangs.
First down.
He has come up with some absolutely big catches this season in some clutch situations. That's his 2nd catch of the night, but Valenta looking strong out there for DCG.
Ty putting it right on him, too. That's a great throw.
Trips right, Ty. Drops back to throw. He's going to fire to Mock, kind of a tight end screen. He's got blockers up the left side. Dane Mock with the spur touchdown. Boom! Shakalaka!
That was an incredible play. A little misdirection, looking to the right side, don't screen back to the left. That was an incredible play call by our coaches on that.
Hey, I got to give it up again. Can't forget first call bail bonds. That was a red zone touchdown play. We can all fall short and make mistakes. When you or your loved ones do, first call bail bonds is here to lend a helping hand across the heartland. So thank you, first call bail bonds. Mustangs, man, pouring it on. Dane Mock having a career night receiving for the Mustangs with his 3rd touchdown. And the Mustangs are going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Try to get that point back.
Try to get that point back off the last miss extra point.
And that's something, again, a little misdirect on that last play. Had the defense going one way, and then he had 3 blockers out there. Dane Mock had a guard out into the end zone.
Man, this is the best the Mustangs offense has looked all season long, Matt, and I am absolutely stoked. All right, bunch formation to the right side. Ty's going to pitch. The Carpenter.
Eli outside.
He's going to bust his way through. Conversion, good. Boom, shakalaka.
That's one of the first times we've seen Eli get to the outside, and I love it. Get that kid out there, let him get some momentum going, and he put his shoulder down, and he was not going to get denied.
Yeah, that puts the Mustangs 21-0 lead here with 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter, Matt. The Mustangs are pouring it on right now, and I love the energy I'm seeing. All of them are up. They're high-fiving. The energy's there. Man, I am just absolutely pumped right now for DCG.
One thing, when you get up big like this, is you still have to make sure you're in the game. Our defense still got to play sound football and discipline. Our offense got to do the same thing, because you know Fort Dodge, they're not going to roll over. They're going to come out. They're going to continue to fight. Those coaches are going to make some adjustments, and we got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, let's give a shout-out to our season stream sponsor. That's right, everybody. Charter Bank. Charter Bank is 100% locally owned with local management staff delivering prompt, local decision-making. They're committed to helping our communities thrive. Chart your success with Charter Bank. So thank you, Charter Bank. We appreciate it. We're going to give a call out to Beisser Lumber here in just a few minutes. But I'll tell you what, man, the Mustangs coming to play tonight, man. Offensively looking good, defensively looking good. I mean, it's an all-round team game. And Coach Heitland's got to be stoked with what he's seeing from his team tonight.
Complimentary football. You can't make it look better than this right now. All 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, they're all making big plays, and that's what you need to win a football game. Everyone's got to step up and make those plays, and that's what we're doing right now.
All right, so here we go. Heigerk is going to kick the ball away. Ball goes deep. It's going to be received right there by Tyson Mosley. He's going up the left side.
Get him, yeah.
He's going to be tackled. Really nice job right there. Tackle made by number 44, Karsten Fruin.
Called his name out a few times tonight.
Yeah, special teams making some tackles, man. I love it.
So if you're Fort Dodge here, Brad, what do you got to do?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, what we're seeing from them offensively is a lot of wildcat, which is fine. Obviously, it's worked for them this year. They've scored a lot of points in their first 2 games. So I'm sure for them they're a little frustrated, but they just got to stay with what they know. They got to keep their identity and play their type of football. But they just need to execute, Matt. They got to get a push on that front line, and they haven't got that tonight. So we'll see what happens here. Nick Vinda in shotgun. He's going to turn and hand off. And Ross, for the first time, really, with a nice carry being handed off to, is going to gain about 4 yards.
Dane Mock was ready for him. He's able to make sure he got that tackle and didn't get any more. But you're right, that was a great play for Fort Dodge. Positive yards. Got about halfway to the first down, got 4 yards there.
Dane Mock scoring touchdowns, making tackles. Man, this kid has got it going on tonight. All right, Nick Vinda in shotgun, going to turn. He's going to inside hand off to Ross again. But Brandon Bailiff off the corner. Holy smokes, did you see that?
Cut down the
off
line.
Fast and hit him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your defensive end. You make sure that nobody's coming your way. You crash down that line, and you make a play, and that's exactly what he did.
Proud dad right here, man.
I'm telling
trying
you.
not to tear up, man. It's awesome. Nice play right there by 6'6", though. All right, here we go. Fort Dodge now. After losing about a yard and a half, it's going to be 3rd, and we're going to call it 8 for Fort Dodge. They're going to call it 7 on the scoreboard. We'll meet in the middle there. Nick Vinda's going to turn. Quick pass to the left side, and it's going to be incomplete.
A little bit too far outside, but I'll tell you what, Caden was right there. So even if he had made that catch, he'd have had him short, and it was going to 4th down either way. But
and
now it's 4th and long.
Another 3 and out for Fort Dodge. Man, this defense is playing lights out football right now. And, you know, I'll tell you what, looking at the stats, knowing we were coming in, and just knowing what a phenomenal athlete Drayshawn Ross is, and seeing how we've been able to bottle that up tonight goes to how hard this defensive line is working and being able to contain and not give him a space to run through, because looking at him run, Matt.
Got the fake.
Pitch to the left side. Gets around. And it looks like they're going to get and make the first down marker. We're talking, and we're missing the fake punt action here. Fort Dodge needed a big play, and they just got one.
Yeah, Nate Nelson had him there on the sidelines, and he just got it kind of sidestepped and missed on the tackle, and they were able to convert on that first down. That was a gutsy call by Fort Dodge. Kudos to them. That was a good play call.
Dude, you know, you got to catch somebody off guard. You need a spark. Fort Dodge, great play call there. They get the spark. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Fort Dodge right now at their 33-yard line. Nick Vinda, he's got that 4 formation over there. He's going deep down the middle, and it's going to be intercepted.
Oh, couldn't keep his feet, but what a play by Jimmy Seaman. What a play by Jimmy. Tracked that ball the whole time. And I'll tell you what, if he didn't lose his feet, he's standing in that end zone.
There's that turnover the coach was looking for. He just got it. But I'm going to tell you what, Mick Vinda, if he doesn't loft that ball and he puts a little something on it, he had Ty Adams wide open off that play fake. And he's going to look at that tape this upcoming week, and he'll be a little upset, but hopefully he'll learn from that. He had it, Matt, wide open right there.
Our defensive line put pressure. They're right in his face, though. They didn't allow him to step into that ball and put as much on it as he wanted to. And this is exactly what the Mustangs wanted to do.
Yeah, Jimmy Seaman just read that ball all the way. Came from center field, made it. Inside handoff to Carp. Ooh, man, what a big-time tackle by Isaiah Caldwell.
Isaiah was in there. He was in the backfield and was able to trip him up. And again,
I like that kid's game. He is looking sharp tonight on the D-line. D-end over there for number 0 for Fort Dodge.
He's getting around the corner quick, and he's crashing down. I'd love to see us, with that motion play, give it to the motion guy, keep that defensive end from crashing down, because that's what he's doing now is he keeps seeing the inside run.
Hopefully they're setting that up, right, possibly. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs on no gain because of a great tackle by Isaiah Caldwell. Mustangs here got 2 receivers each side. Ty's just going to straight drop back. He's going to look to throw, doesn't see anything, makes the first guy miss.
Eli's down here on the
He's going to make a miss again, and he's got a lot of room over there, and he's just going to take it and run. Nice job by Ty, and he's going to get about 9. He had some receivers open, but I'm not sure if he got to see him fully. But Matt's pointing him out down there. But, hey, we're up like mountain view up here.
It's a lot easier to see him from up here, I promise you that. But Eli Carpenter, he lost his man, and he had nobody behind him. But when you're scrambling like that, Ty, your eyes are everywhere trying to find your guys, trying to find their guys. So I applaud Ty for keeping that play alive, and he made a phenomenal play. Got us to 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. I mean, really nice job. He pulled it down and ran with the ball. So it's a big play for the Mustangs here. I'd say it's a 2-down territory for the Mustangs. I mean, they're in Fort Dodge territory on Fort Dodge's 43-yard line. It's going to be an inside handoff to Carp. Carp able to make his way through to the 40. That's going to be a 1st down for DCG.
Not going to need that 4th down.
Not going to need it, man. Eli Carpenter is a beast right now. 3 to 5 yards per carry.
This is what I was hoping we were going to get from the beginning of the game. If our run game can get established, it opens up our plays, and the coaches have done, like I said, just a fantastic job of keeping the defense on their heels.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Fort Dodge 40-yard line. We got 5:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. Your Mustangs up 21-0 here at home against the Fort Dodge Dodgers. In the first ever and first annual Beisser Bowl, as Beisser Lumber is sponsoring the game, Eli Carpenter stood up tall after about a gain of 3 yards.
Cal was right there again to make a play, was able to kind of stop him before he got a little more momentum going.
Tell you what, Cal Hartman, we've called his name a few times tonight. Isaiah Campbell making some big plays down there for the Dodgers. So it'll be 2nd and 7 here. But let's talk about the Beisser Bowl, man. Beisser Lumber proudly celebrates 70 years. They're honored to sponsor tonight's game against Fort Dodge and DCG. And even make it more special, they built a traveling trophy that they're going to present to the winner at the end of the game. So Beisser Lumber, thank you for all you're doing. All right, Mustangs here. 2 receivers right. Valenta not sure what's going on. Mustangs call a timeout. A lot of uncertainty. We only had 9 seconds left on the play clock, Matt.
That was a good timeout by the coach. I mean, we looked a little unsettled there. Bring everyone to the sideline, regroup, make sure everyone's on the same page. And for Fort Dodge here, the coaches, I'm sure they're telling them, I was like, we got to get off the field here, guys. There's 4:28 left in the first half. We need that ball back. We have to get something going on offense.
Yeah, I mean, points here for Fort Dodge before the end of the half would be huge. You know, going into halftime with none or even at a 21-0 score, a little bit of a disadvantage there on that side. Now, Fort Dodge will start with the ball in the second half. So you're right, points starting with the ball, Matt, could be big for the Dodgers here.
It's gonna be interesting finish to the first half, but I love what we're seeing from the Mustangs. And again, the kids have to execute, and that's what we're seeing here. They've done a better job here than they have all year, sticking with the game plan and really just playing with a lot of grit, a lot of fight. Now, they have done that all year.
Yes, they have. All right, the Mustangs are going to come out of the timeout. It's going to be 2nd and 7 at the Fort Dodge 37-yard line. We're going to come out with 2 receivers left formation here for Ty. Fort Dodge defense coming back out off the timeout. Tell you what, man, Cal Hartman has just had a great game so far, making some big-time tackles for this defense. All right, turn, inside handoff. Carpenter finds a space, finds a crease, keeps on his feet, down for another first down. Gets all the way down to the Fort Dodge 27-yard line. What a run right there by Eli Carpenter.
I'll tell you what, Jesse Egley's going to get credit with that tackle, but Carpenter, man, if he had just kept his feet a little bit more.
Carp hits the hole hard there, but
who do we see?
Guess who?
It's Hartman again.
Yeah, man, Cal Hartman's just been a stud on defense tonight for Fort Dodge.
Cal Hartman's been all over the place.
It's going to be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 again for the Mustangs at the Fort Dodge 24-yard line. Yeah, you got to like what you're seeing from number 5 in a white jersey tonight,
He's fighting, and I'll tell you what, he's getting a read on kind of what we're doing offensively, and he's being aggressive. And I love to see the grit and the fight on him, because as a defense, when you're on the field this much, you can wear you down.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 receivers left here for Ty and shotgun. Rolls to his right. Oh, he's got Dane Mock wide open in the middle of the field. Doesn't see him, and he's going to have to run. Stays on his feet.
Got away from both defenders.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds. It looks like about the 12-yard line. Nice play by Ty. Oh, if he would have seen it, I think the official was kind of in the way a little bit, but Dane Mock was wide open over the middle of the field. But man, I think the official was standing in front of him a little bit. He saw the zebra stripes. Nice play by Ty.
When Ty got outside and there was 2 guys sitting there waiting for him, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a tough play for Ty to make. And he was able to get both of them miss and pick up that first down. That just tells you what kind of athlete Ty is.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here on the 13-yard line. Ty's going to drop straight back and throw, and he's going to fire over the middle. He's got wide open Hudson Heigergen, touchdown, boom, shakalaka for the Mustangs. And I keep forgetting the red zone, man. Man, you got to remind me, man. But first call bail bonds, man. Big shout out. We all can fall short and make mistakes. When your loved ones do, First Call Bail Bonds is here to lend a helping hand across the heartland. Thank you, First Call Bail Bonds. But Ty's 4th touchdown pass of the night, Matt.
First half. 4th touchdown in the first half. And I'll tell you what, Ty is impressing me, but these play calls, they're putting the kids in the right place, and Ty is putting the ball on the money.
Yep, all right, I want to see Dylan Lackland here. Put this one through the uprights. Down, up, and through, and it is good. The Mustangs now extend their lead, 28-0 on Ty's 4th touchdown pass of the first half. 3 to Dane Mock, and the latest one to Hudson Heigergen. And the Mustangs, they just look unstoppable tonight, man.
They look incredible. They have a lot of momentum on offense. They're playing with a lot of energy. And what we're seeing tonight is we're seeing a lot of big plays as well. Our run game is sustaining drives, but we're able to make the play. We're able to push the ball downfield. And what we're really seeing is our defense is not on the field for more than a couple minutes at a time.
And how big of a deal is that? I mean, especially when you got such a talented player like Drayshawn Ross and not having to keep having him hit at you and hit at you and hit at you. They've been able to get stops, limit what Fort Dodge is doing on offense, and just keep giving it back to the offense, who is just doing their job. I mean, right now, this might be some of the best team football I've seen in the last 2 seasons from the Mustangs, just as far as executing on both sides of the ball. Special teams has done well tonight. But, man, the offense and the defense just battling and doing great. Fort Dodge just doesn't have an answer right now. So, for them, this offensive possession's huge, Matt. 3:23 left in the second quarter. They do get the return and get the ball to start the second half. You said it, points on this drive for Fort Dodge. This is an absolute must.
Fort Dodge has got to get something going, and not only to get points on the board, but the last thing you want to do is you don't want to give the ball back to the Mustangs with some time left to allow them to do anything else this first half. They have too
look
much
at
momentum.
that kick right there, all the way back, taken at the 1-yard line.
A lot of steam up there.
Up the left side. Oh, hit hard right there. What a great tackle. Who was that?
Number two.
That was Caden, man. He's having a game tonight. Caden Mayfield with a big tackle on special teams.
Got you this time, Caden.
But not before Grant Williams gets the ball on the return up to the Fort Dodge 30-yard line. That's where Fort Dodge is going to start their drive, 1st and 10 from. And this is a big possession here for Fort Dodge. If you're a Dodger fan, you know how important this is. They've got to bear down. They've got to get doing. They just have to execute on offense right here, Matt.
They definitely do. You want to see them just take one play at a time. They got to get positive yards on first down. That's the first step to any drive.
Yep, Nick Vinda. Oh, no, it's a direct snap through his hands. Tayton Gray.
He got it back. Second down.
Man, Tayton Gray gets back there quick.
Well, and you saw him try to pick the ball up, and that'll be the one thing coaches tell you is when the ball's back there like that,
just fall on it. Yeah, Noah Daniel was the one back taking the snap there. The snap over his head, able to get on it. Tate and Gray laid a hit, trying to see if he can jar it loose. But I'll tell you what, man, Daniel able to hold on to it. That's a big mistake for Fort Dodge. It's going to be 2nd down and 27 at their 13-yard line. Ross is going to go direct snap. Wildcat. He fumbles the ball. Ball's on the ground. And it's recovered. Who recovered that fumble? Brandon Bailiff comes up with the fumble recovery. Holy smokes, man. What a play. And another turnover for the DCG defense.
That is exactly what Fort Dodge could not afford to do. Our offense has got too much momentum. Our defense is just playing phenomenal football. And now they have a chance to put another touchdown on the board before this half is over.
Man, Ross just didn't look like he kind of had. I mean, he got up the field, but it looked like he just was losing as it was down. And
his eyes were downfield before he caught the ball.
Man,
he was looking
that's
where he
just
was going before he actually had control, and he just kind of fumbled it out of his stomach there.
Yeah, great recovery by 6'6" down there for the Mustangs. That's the 2nd turnover for Fort Dodge. That gives DCG a short field with 2:50 left here in the first half, Matt. Trips left for Ty, and the offense that's just looked spectacular to start this game. And he's going to roll to the left side again, looking. Fires, and that's high, I think, intentionally. He didn't have anything there. Kind of looked to be a throwaway ball there, Matt.
Well, that shows maturity by Ty. You know, nothing's there. Short part of the field. It's really crowded. If it's not there, play for 2nd down.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that play again a lot tonight, right? And it worked the first couple times, and we haven't really seen a lot off of it since then. I'd love to see if maybe they can run some type of misdirection on that or mix something up on that. Maybe that'll adjustment they'll make in the second half, but we'll see here. All right, Ty's got 2 receivers left here, 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Carpenter up the right side. He's going to be tackled down at the 5-yard line. And got to give a call out the first call, bail bonds, as we are in the red zone. We all can fall short and make mistakes when your loved ones, you or your loved ones do. First call, bail bonds is here to lend a hand up across the heartland. So thanks, first call, bail bonds. I got it in before the touchdown this time.
You did got it in before the touchdown. And I'll tell you what.
I'm working it here, man. It's crazy.
We've called them all game. I love it.
We wanted that. We talked about that in pregame, man. We want to call some first call bail bonds. We've got that done tonight. So, all right, nice run by Eli Carpenter. Gain of 6 yards on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd and 4. Ty's going to take the snap. He's going to roll to the right. He's got a little bit of pressure. Looking for something, doesn't see it, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds for a loss. He needs to just throw that away.
That's what you want to see Ty. Just throw that ball out of bounds. There's nothing there. Don't take the loss. Just chuck it out.
Yeah, and
play for where we're at.
And that's something the coaches will probably tell him, too. I mean, he's all the way on the sideline. There's nothing there. Just get rid of the football. I know he's trying to make a play, but now you're at 4th and long. You know, they're going to bring the field goal unit on, which is fine. But, yeah, man, I mean, you keep that at 4th and short. You would probably go for it when it's 4th and 3, 4th and 4. But so a little bit of a mistake there by number 1. His first probably mistake of the game. I mean, he's played a great first half, so I'm not going to take anything away. But be something that they'll probably practice and work on, continue to look at here for the Mustangs. It looks like Coach Heitland's going to call a timeout.
I'll tell you what, when you're an athlete, when you love this game, when you want to make a play, that is one of the hardest things to do, is to say, there's nothing here, I'm just going to chuck it out, and I'm going to I'm just going to play for next down. You always want to make a play. You always want something to happen, and that's one thing that you balance. As much as you want to do well and win, sometimes you have to just take it, chuck it out of bounds, and play for that next down.
Yeah, man, it's just been absolute beast mode tonight for the Mustangs, and they kind of put themselves in a hurt on this one, man. I mean, Ty taking that loss, it's the field goal units. Oh no, they're going to put the offense back on the field. I think Coach Heitland's like, you know what? I think we're far enough back. Not 100% sure. He feels he may have a better shot offensively right here. So this is going to be an interesting play call, Matt.
You've called it, I think, the last 2 times they've done it. When we have ran a bootleg and nothing's been on that side of the field, who's usually coming across the middle on the backside? We usually have Mock just coming, floating around. If he can look back to the middle of the field on those bootlegs, he's usually wide open, sitting right there in the middle of the field. And I'd like to see him kind of.
Let's see what they're going to do here, Matt. It's going to be interesting. They're going to go a bunch formation. So you got 2 receivers on both sides tight to the O-line. It's 4th and 11.
A lot of confidence in the offense here, but I love it.
Hey, man, they can get a first down here. They get down at the 2-yard line. So let's see what happens here. Coming out of the timeout. And Fort Dodge is going to call a timeout.
They want to see the formation. They want to kind of see what they're going to do.
Good call right there, because we're looking at just under 2 minutes left at 1:59 in the first half. Fort Dodge knows how important this is, man. They got to get a stop here, because if they do, no more points for DCG. They get the ball back and have at least a little time to try to see if they can get something going, because right now, man, they're backpedaling right now. Turnovers have been hurting. They haven't been able to get anything offensively going, so they need to get back on the offensive side of the ball to see if they can get a spark before the end of the half.
And this is more critical for Fort Dodge at this point in the game than it is for Dallas Center. You want to see Dallas Center, make a big play here, but Fort Dodge, they can't give this up. To allow them to get a first down or a touchdown here would be.
It could be backbreaking right here.
It'd be tough to overcome. And so for Fort Dodge, the coaches know that as well. That's why they call that timeout once they saw the formation. I'll be curious to see if the coach kind of goes same formation here. Do you go back out there, with the same play call, or knowing the coach is going to make an adjustment, do you do something different? A little cat and mouse game, or is he going to go out confident in that first play call?
Well, you know what? We're going to find out here, man. This is where it gets exciting, right? It's kind of like just twiddling our thumbs here, trying to figure out what's going on, man. Trying to get into the minds of the coordinators here, Matt. So
same formation.
Same formation for the Mustangs. Let's see what they do here. Tie and shotgun, stays in that too tight formation. He's looking, he finds, throws. Oh. Ross intercepts the ball at the 5-yard line. Ty was looking for Dane Mock breaking across the middle, and there his name is, Drayshawn Ross. We haven't called it much today. Stretches out, picks off Ty Mickelson, and now Fort Dodge gets their first turnover of the game, and it's going to be first and 10 at about the 5-yard line. That was a fantastic play by Ross.
That was an incredible play. What Drayshawn did is he kind of just floated in the middle of that field. He's reading Ty's eyes, and he stepped inside of that passing lane and was able to get his hands on it.
It's like 6'3" or 6'4". Did you see that extension? That was, what a play right there by Ross, man.
You got to put it way over his head to get over that kid. He's got a wingspan on him.
Well, Ty's got an arm, but Ross was able just to corral it down. So Fort Dodge gets the break, gets the turnover. Ross now direct snap and looking to run up the right side this time. Gets a little love, but he's going to be stacked up and dragged down. A lot of Mustangs right there making that happen. Tate Perrin over there, Caden Mayfield over there.
Love to see it. You love to see these kids just continue to push, continue to fight.
Holds Ross to 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Our defensive line, they're excited about this game. When you know that you're going to be in the trenches and the ball's coming right at you, that's what you live for. That's what you want to see.
Sorry, it's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Fort Dodge here. But they tried to go to the weak side this time, or the right side for the first time. So let's see what they do here. Ross is going to keep the direct snap again. He finds a seam for the first time, gets to the backfield, but Caden Mayfield, Tate Perrin back there. It's going to be 3rd and short, but that's the first time we've seen Ross get through the defensive line and actually have to force the secondary to make a tackle there.
He got behind the linebackers, and he was able to get into the secondary. Our secondary, though, I love to see him there to make a play.
I think DCG's looking to call a timeout here. They have one left, 56 seconds left.
I don't think they did. Oh.
Timeout by.
They gave him a first down on that one?
They sure did. I thought he was short, but apparently not, man.
Maybe that's why.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10
I don't think they actually called
for Fort Dodge. That's their first down of the game, by the way, folks, if you're just joining us. Ross, that was his best run of the game. First down for Fort Dodge. So finally, a little momentum for the Dodgers right here, and that's something that they desperately need because the defense has had them wrangled up all first half, Matt.
They definitely have, and if you're Fort Dodge here, just try to keep some positive plays, something to build on when you get the ball coming out of the second half.
Ross stays in Wildcat. He's going to take the snap here, and he's going to run to the left side, and he's got Dane Mock ripping him down for a gain of about 1.5 yards maybe. We'll give him 2 just because we can. But nice job by Dane Mock shooting the gap, bringing the tackle down there.
And that's just good team defense there by the Mustangs.
Well, they know they have to do it. I mean, Fort Dodge has not done anything outside the tackles tonight.
They did early. They
did early, but a lot of it, and I don't want to say outside the tackle. They're getting to probably the tackle side. They're not really getting anything outside, but they're around the tackle guard. That's the holes that Ross is looking to run through. It's going to be interesting to see if they make any adjustment here. Ross is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to go right up the middle, and he's hit immediately. Mustangs are saying they've got the football.
Oh, they're calling him down.
I don't know who just got off the bottom of that pile. That was Aiden Charleston right there, man. He met him at the line of scrimmage. What a play by 69. And that's the end of the half right there. And your Mustangs are going to halftime up 28-0. What a first half of football for the Mustangs. Absolute best execution on both sides I've seen consistently in a game this season. I know it's only the third game, Matt, but you got to be stoked on what you're seeing from these guys tonight.
This is exactly what we were hoping, that we were talking about before the game, that we wanted to see. We wanted to see both sides of the football come out hungry. We wanted to see them continue to fight and play hard. And not only have they played hard, they've executed at a high level, and they're playing with each other. The offense is complementing the defense. The defense is complementing each other. Defensive line, linebacker, safety. So everyone's playing together, and this is what happens when you do that. You have a great first half of football, and I'm excited to see how they come out in that third quarter. We know that's key for us, so I'd love to see them come out. What are you looking forward to when we see them again in quarter three?
I just want to see them execute like they've done in the first half, because if we go to the first 2 games of the season, we've had the lead in both games going into halftime, and we have come out flat and played just not good football second half, both games. Now, we had a chance to win against Gilbert, an unfortunate fumble at the goal line, so we did rebound and play well to get back into that game, but like last week, we just couldn't get anything going. So for me, Fort Dodge is going to come out and they're going to get the ball to start. They showed a smidge of life on this last drive, so we'll see what adjustments that they make. But it's really going to come out, and can the defense just continue to execute, get the Fort Dodge off the field, get our offense back? I just want to see them start like we did in the first half, man. We haven't seen it yet this year, so fingers crossed. I mean, it's nice we're up 28-0, but we still want to see that switch flip third quarter.
Absolutely. The question is Fort Dodge, do you come out and continue to try to do the same thing, or do you change it up? Do you make those? And I feel like if you're Fort Dodge, seeing what you've seen so far, you have to do something different.
Yep.
You can't keep working at that line, because our line is staying pat, it's staying strong.
Yep.
We have to do something different to try to get a spark, to try to get some momentum.
No doubt.
Trick plays, big plays, whatever you need to do, but they got to do something different.
Yep, and a lot of good things from the Mustangs. Got their first 2 turnovers defensively. Obviously, we gave up an interception late by Ross, which was a phenomenal play, but a lot of good things for the Mustangs. So, hey, we're going to take a break here at halftime. The band's getting ready to take the field. We don't want to take anything away from the band. Matt and I will be back a little bit before the second half starts. We'll talk a little bit about some keys to the second half for both teams as we get ready to fire up. But your Mustangs go into halftime up 28-0 against a very good Fort Dodge team here at home. So go refill your snacks, your drinks, take your potty breaks, come back live. We'll see you here in just a little bit.
Welcome the Varsity Mustangs to the field. Varsity Mustangs can really hear from entering the formation. Mustangs are excited to bring you the first 3 movements of their 2023 contest show entitled All Hallows Eve. Weekend will present the first 3 movements of the show. First movement features the song Come Little Children by James Horner. It features 10 soloists Emmy Bushnell and alto saxophone soloist Hannah Dietz. The second movement features The Sorcerer's Apprentice by Ducas and Dance Macrame by Saint Science. The third movement features the song Once Upon a December by Liz Calloway, and it features soloist Jack Briley on trumpet and Braden Kidman on trombone. Please give them your attention and enjoy tonight's show. Drum majors Corey Burrington Perez, Charlotte York, and Patrick Spitz. Are the Mustangs ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the marching Mustangs. direction of Sandy Ellis. Drumline is under the direction of Jared Fox and Allison Keenan. Parent volunteers are coordinated by Kathy Reecock and John Maxwell, and the sound system engineer is Bob Finch. The Marching Mustangs would also like to thank the Dallas Center Drive School Board and Administration for their strong support for the arts programs. Also, the Friends of Fine Arts and all of the parents and volunteers who have spent many hours helping with uniforms, costumes, and equipment this season. You will see the band coming up September 29th at the homecoming game. Mustang fans, we now take you to the 50-yard line for performance from the DCG Varsity dance team. The team is currently hard at work selling DCG bows and homecoming shirts in order to raise funds for their performance trip this December to Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Tonight's performance is a jazz routine titled Work For It and features seniors Emmy, JC, Abby, Ella, Ellery, and Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Center Drive Varsity dance team.
bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the advantages that community banks have over the large impersonal banks. Thanks for everything you have done for us in Johnston.
We started at Charter Bank when we moved to Grimes, and we thoroughly enjoy your services.
I've been waiting 18 years for Charter Bank to come to Ankeny, ever since the bank opened in Johnston.
Chart your success with Charter Bank in Johnston, Grimes, Waukee, and Ankeny.
They are a world-class leader in Jeanette. We push the limits.
Well, hey, fan base of the Mustangs, the Dodgers, welcome back to the stream as we are just on the back half of halftime with your Mustangs leading tonight 28-0 here at halftime, which, yes, if you're hearing me or just joining us, your Mustangs are up 28-0 over a really good Fort Dodge team. What a great half of football we've seen. And, Matt, before we get into kind of some analytics and talking about second half, a couple of sponsors I want to throw out. First, our season sponsor for the year, Charter Bank. Charter Bank staff is made up of your family, friends, and neighbors. That means they support you during your successes and any challenge that you may face. They're always there to help. Chart your success with Charter Bank. And then, absolutely, Beisser Lumber. The first annual Beisser Bowl is tonight. That's right. Beisser Lumber probably celebrates 70 years. We're honored to sponsor tonight's game between Fort Dodge and DCG. Well, they're calling it the Beisser Bowl. And to make it more special, we put a traveling trophy for the victorious team each year. I got to see the trophy, Matt, down at the table. It's pretty sweet. As a business, they have roots in Fort Dodge and Grimes, and their dedication to these communities and schools is unwavering. Join us in cheering our teams and celebrating 7 decades of strong ties to both communities. So, Beisser Lumber, thank you. And we've been calling First Call Bail Bonds a lot tonight, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for being our Red Zone sponsor tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We put 4 touchdowns up tonight. We did have 1 turnover in the Red Zone, which is never want to see, but just too much good to talk about here, Matt. So, hey, getting ready for second half. We've been talking about it. Second half has been our nemesis this year, Matt. What do you think are some of the things the Mustangs are going to have to come out and do as we start on defense second half?
I think our defense has to be prepared for what Fort Dodge is going to come with. Because, again, they're not going away. The coaches are going to try to light a fire under their team over there, and we have to be ready. We have to be ready. We have to be prepared. And, again, we got to play aggressive. And that's what's been working for us all game, playing physical, playing aggressive, and just be ready. Because, again, Fort Dodge, they're not going anywhere. They're going to play probably a great half of football here. We got to be ready for it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Fort Dodge, they haven't strayed from what they've shown us in offense first half. Now, that doesn't mean they might not have something for second half, but the Mustangs just got to come out and be strong defensively on the line. The line's played great. The linebackers are making plays. We've seen only 1 run that's gotten to the secondary side for Ross, so the Mustangs have done a great job. But I'm curious about what you think offensively, Matt, for the second half for DCG. What do you think we need to see from the Mustangs when they finally get a chance on the offensive side?
When they take the field for the first time, they have to keep that foot on the gas pedal. You can't let up here. You can't assume that you're up by 4 scores, that you can kind of coast into a victory here. You got to stay aggressive. That's how you got up 4. That's how you continue to stay up, by staying aggressive, mixing up the play call, making sure you're playing sound football. You got to eliminate those penalties too. We saw too much longer on the field from the Mustangs in that first half. Hopefully we can kind of tidy that up and just see another great half of football here.
Let's talk about the Dodgers real quick. What do you think they need to do offensively as they start with the ball the second half?
I think the Dodgers need to do something a little bit different. They need to mix it up a little bit. They've been trying to pound the middle of that field, and our defense has not given them an inch. And we've proven that we're ready for them. So the Dodgers have to come out, and they need a spark, whether it be a trick play, whether be spreading the field out. They have to do something different to find that light, find that energy, and they need it.
I agree. Maybe see Nick Vinda, see if we can get some passing going. We've seen a lot of Wildcat with Drayshawn Ross taking direct snaps and doing his thing, which is great. But the Mustangs have done a good job so far contained. We just cannot allow him to get going because he is an absolutely dynamic player. He's very special, so the Mustangs got to keep that contained. And defensively for Fort Dodge, they just got to get an answer. They need pressure on Ty. Our O-line has done an awesome job tonight, man. So they got to get pressure on Ty and disrupt that, because right now Eli's having success on the ground, which is allowing Ty to have success in the pocket. So Fort Dodge's defense has got to clamp down a little bit and see what they can do. But, hey, it's a full second half of football. Fort Dodge put up a lot of points this year. They're fully capable of putting the ball in the end zone, Matt. So if you're a Dodger fan, you got to stay with your team, stay fired up. They start with the football. If I'm a Mustang fan, this is the game where the second half has got to be as good as the first half, man.
You're absolutely right. You got to come out just fired up. Coaches got to know that we're all thinking about it. You know, third quarter's been kind of tough for us this year, so we're all thinking about it. Keep those players engaged, keep them, really, really hyped up, but keep them focused. We all want to see us do well and have success, but again, the coach has got to do his job of making sure his kids are engaged and tuned in.
Yeah, and it would be a big confidence booster for our Mustang team to be able to play 2 full halves of football. Just to be successful in both and do some things. That's something that they can build on. It's next week. We go to Ballard to play next week, who's also a very good team. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what the second half brings. But I'll tell you what, man, Fort Dodge, if you're a Dodger fan, you got to hope this offense gets started as they start with the ball the second half. But I'll tell you what, man, this defense is making it tough. Our defense right now playing some of the best ball we played all season.
I think the Dodgers, they've seen a little bit of spark on their kick returns. They've been having some success. If they can get a good return here, kind of break one a little bit, get great field position, that's what's going to really kind of drive them into that first possession. So that's what they're going to try to do is really just build upon that. And I'd love to see us put it in the end zone. Don't let them return the ball on this one. Just put it deep if we can, and just let them come out with the 25.
Yeah, we've been doing. We've had a lot of touchbacks, except for tonight. We haven't had one yet, which has been interesting. But allowing Grant Williams or Tytrell Mosley to get going, because Mosley's quick. Just don't want to do that. So you're right. Special teams, see if we can get them, pinned back that, 20, 30-yard line. If we can get better than that, that's great. Allow them to start and have to work a drive. And like you said, Matt, even if Fort Dodge can put a drive together, if we can burn time off the clock and really make them work, that's still going to be a win for the Mustangs. We just can't afford any big plays on this opening drive.
The Dodgers have a lot of kids that play two-way, kind of the same way that the Mustangs do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when you're playing more defense than offense, though, it takes a little bit more out of you. And I think that's what we've been able to do to them. That happened to us last week. Our defense was on the field too much. We got a little tired, fatigued. Now we're kind of seeing on the other foot. Fort Dodge is on the field way too much as far as their defense is concerned. So a lot of the players that play, both ways, are a little gassed. So, you hope that you see them come out, refreshed, ready to go. But that's something to keep an eye on in the second half if our offense can continue to stay on the field.
Well, you know what, Matt? Second half is getting ready to get going here. Both teams taking the field. Mustangs are kicking from your left to right, folks, as Fort Dodge will receive. Hopefully you guys all got to refill your popcorn, get your drinks going on, sitting in your comfy couch and chair at home, getting ready for a great second half of football, because we're hoping it's going to be a good one. And I'll tell you what, it was a great first half for the Mustangs. I want to see that transition, man. This has been some fun football to watch. I am super pumped for the second half, Matt.
This is it. We need this second half right here. Come on, Mustangs. Dodgers, I'd love to see respond, play with some energies, play with some fight, some grit. Hope we have a great half of football.
All right, back to receive number 8, Grant Williams, and number 22, Tytrell Mosley. The kick is away, and it's going to be returned again. It's going to be Williams up the right side. He's going to see if he can find a hole. Gets through one a little bit there, but tackled down. See if I can get that Mustang number as they get up. Looks like number 4, Cole Kestel. And Fort Dodge is going to start 1st and 10, just past their 30 at the 34-yard line. That Mustang vaunted D on the field for the first time. Let's see what adjustments both teams make here, Matt.
Well, in Fort Dodge, that's what you wanted. You wanted to get out of your end zone a little bit.
Great
they
return.
got to the 34. So the Fort Dodge here, you need positive yards. You have to start positive. You can't continue to start 2nd and 8, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12. You need to get 4, 5, 6 yards on this first play.
And I'm sorry, that was Ty Adams with the return. My apologies, everybody. All right, here we go. And this is what we're going to see. Nick Vinda back in. This is a formation we haven't seen yet. Inside handoff to Ross. And he's going to be hit and brought down.
About a yard.
Yeah, we got Perch down there. Looked like maybe, Ryan Perch. Yeah, looked like also in on the tackle, helping out down there. Dane Mock. We're calling his name a lot. Clark Johnson, yeah. Really nice job by Ryan Perch, though. Again, just limiting Ross, 2 yards a carry for him right now. That might be about what he's averaging. Just a great job defensively. 2nd and 8 here for Fort Dodge, keeping that split 2 receivers on each side. Ross in the backfield. And let's see what Nick Vinda can do here. Snap, fakes, going to roll out to his right side. Charleston tangles him up, and he's going to throw away. I don't see a receiver over there. That might be intentional grounding.
Where's the flag?
I would be arguing for that if I was DCG, because I didn't see a receiver anywhere on the right side.
He just turned and chucked it.
He just turned and chucked. I don't even think it was outside the tackle box.
And he turned back into it, and that was the problem. He came back into the tackle box. But
no laundry on the field,
right.
so it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs. Aiden Charleston got up the field quick, man, and Nick Vinda had nowhere to go. Turned back around, threw the ball away, which, hey, throwing the ball away is good, but I don't know if he got outside the tackle box on that one, man. I'd like to go back and see a replay of that bad boy.
The corner was able to fight through that block, too, and really kind of turn the quarterback around, too. Didn't give him anything on the outside.
2 receivers left here for Nick Vinda, and he's got Brandon going out. Nice screen pass to Ross. Tackle missed, another tackle missed. Oh, man, really nice job. Ross made the first 2 tackles miss, and Tate Perrin able to bring him down, but not before he crosses midfield. And that is the best offensive play that Fort Dodge has had today. Really nice execution on that by the Dodgers.
And that's what they needed to do. There's a little misdirection there. They kind of faked it out there to the right side, threw the screen back to the left. And I'll tell you what, we almost had him for a no gain on that, but that was a fantastic job by Drayshawn just being able to break the tackles and get that first down.
Yeah, going back to the Wildcat formation here for Drayshawn Ross and the Dodgers. 10:35 left here in the third quarter. And the speedster off the right side, Mosley, he turns the corner and is going to be hit hard and knocked out of bounds by Tate Perrin after about a gain of, we're going to call it 4. Should be about 2nd and 6.
We're seeing a little bit of
No,
different
they're going to
offense.
give him, oh, man, I thought he gave him way more than that. It's going to be 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 for the Dodgers here on the Mustang 43-yard line.
Tell you what, the Dodgers have come out and they're doing something a little bit different. They're spreading the field. They're giving different looks, different formations, and a little early success, and this is exactly what the Dodgers needed to do.
Yep, Nick Vinda calling for the snap. He's going to look to throw to the right. Quick pass to the right side. Jimmy Seaman with a huge hit. Saw that play all day, and Mosley hit hard by Jimmy Seaman. What a great play right there by the defensive back, breaking that ball up, and now it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Fort Dodge.
Quarterback didn't do many favors by throwing that back on the inside shoulder there, and Jimmy Seaman was just ready. He
read that perfectly. What a great play by 22. Fort Dodge here 3rd and 5. Nick Vinda in shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Ross right behind him. It's a big play for the Dodgers.
It's 4-down territory for them where they're at in the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Turn inside handoff to Ross, and he's going to be hit right away. And he is pulled down.
Who's that?
That Aiden Charleston, man, what a beast. Wrapped him up and pulled him down. No, that was Ryan Perch. Let me just say that right now. Ryan Perch with another big tackle for the Mustangs for about no gain. It's going to be 4th and 5. Wow.
Big play for both teams here. This is exactly what the Dodgers wanted to do, come out and get some first downs, sustain a drive, but they got to keep it going. But for the Mustangs, show your grit here. Try to get off the field if you can.
Nice job by Perch. Nick Vinda in shotgun. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Throws it up out of bounds, and the Mustangs get off the field as he was pressured by Brandon Bailiff. Lane Nelson coming off the other side. He had nowhere to go, threw it away, and the Mustangs get off the field on 4th down, Matt.
That is exactly what the Mustangs needed to do here. So I'm excited right here for the offense to take the field. Their defense did their job. They were able to get us a stop. What are you looking to see here, Brad?
Well, I'll tell you, I just want to say the key play on that right there was Ryan Perch's tackle on Ross for no gain. That was a big-time play. For the Mustangs, I'd like to come out and just – I want to see him take a shot on 1st down, Matt. I'm telling you right now, man. I want to see him come out and take a shot on 1st down and just say, hey, we're not going to play safe. We are going to push the football. So let's see what happens here. We got bunch formation, 3 receivers to the right. Let's see what Ty's going to do here, man. Yep, quick screen out to Hudson Heigerkin, and he's going to get out across midfield. Nice tackle right there, though, by number 3, Drew Moritz. Mortiz by Fort Dodge, man. Great play right there. Yeah, man, 8 yards, quick little receiver slot screen right there, Matt. Love that.
Haven't seen that tonight, and able to get out there, 7 yards on 1st down. That's what you want, though. Put yourselves in. Now you can do whatever you want. You want to run the ball, run the ball. If you want a little play action, play action.
2nd and 2.
Defense has no idea what you're going to do here.
I love that, man. On the Fort Dodge 49 here. Got 2 receivers left for Ty. Going to turn, inside handoff. Cart just going north and south, puts his head down. But, hey, I'm going to give it up, though, man. Tackle made right there by number 4. And that's Jesse Agley, just a nice tackle right there, but he took all of Carpenter on that one.
I don't think he had a choice to make that stop.
Yeah, Carp ran right into him. That's a 1st down Mustangs. Another run here for Carpenter, trying to find a little room.
Got it. Lean forward. He falls forward.
And that's something that just makes him such a valuable asset at running back. He keeps his legs moving, and he always falls forward.
And he's shifty. He knows exactly where his linemen are at. He'll make one little move, and he'll hit that hole and get you some positive yards.
4 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs. Trips left for Mickelson here. Ross is showing a little, he's coming up to the line looking for me for a little blitz here, and he's going to come. And he comes free. Little pass down. Ooh. That was way ahead of where Carpenter was at. It was funny. I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Well, unfortunately, I was Carson Dewey, your offensive lineman up the field, and he was the closest one to the football. And Ty got away with one because any farther up the field, man, that would have been an interception. So, nice job by Fort Dodge. Good pressure as Drayshawn Ross comes up the middle of the field. That really kind of broke that play up for the Mustangs. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Okay, going trips left here for the Mustangs. I mean, this really could be 2-down territory for the Mustangs as long as they can get some positive yards here on this play. Oh, there he is, Dane Mock.
Oh, he didn't get it up high enough.
Didn't get it up high enough. It's going to be intercepted right there by number 6, Ty Adams.
And that's something that I think Ty knew where he was at, and he was trying to just lay it right over the top of him, and he just didn't get enough to get it up and over because he had him behind him.
Yeah, Dane Mock was open. He broke open there, but played defensively nicely there by Fort Dodge, man. I mean, Adams read the play, got his hands up, able to pull it down. Ty just didn't get enough air into that football, and it's the second interception, second turnover tonight for the Mustangs. Now that puts Fort Dodge in good field position, 1st and 10 on their own. Let's see here, 44-yard line.
And they had a little momentum last drive. They're hoping to build upon that. Like I said, in great field position, and the Dodgers are ready to go.
Yep, Nick Vinda in shotgun here. He's got 2 receivers to both sides. We've seen this formation quite a bit here in the second half. Inside handoff to Ross, and he's just going to be hit and stood up, man. Look at that D-line. Everybody there. Perch is there. Bailiff's there. I mean, Dane Mock is there. Everybody there. Gain of 0 on 1st down, man.
When is Dane Mock?
Seems to be in on everything, but it's tell you what, man, this defense still playing strong right now, which is great. But this is something where I want to see, Matt. I mean, obviously the interception is not what we wanted to do, but the Mustangs got to bounce back next offensive possession, and because they were moving the football, they were doing some really good things there. But hopefully they're able to Mustangs get some off the field here. But Fort Dodge, this is a critical possession for the Dodgers here. 2nd and 10 on the 44-yard line.
You got to continue to mix it up. You can't go back to just running the ball right up the middle.
Nick Vinda is going to get it to Mosley, left side. He's going to turn around. Tackled by number 47, Dane Mock.
Yeah, and you had Clark Johnson in there as well. It's great to see our defense stay home because as much as they're trying to get around that edge, we keep turning it up. And who do we have there? We have our linebackers just there ready to make the tackle.
Yeah, the D-line's just making it easier for the linebackers. I mean, Johnson, Bailiff, Perch, Charleston, they're just doing a great job of getting up the field. And the linebackers, Dane Mock, Nelson, I mean, all those guys being able to come up and make plays. It's been fun to see here. All right, Nick Vinda in shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. He's going to roll right to throw, and he's going to fire. Oh, overthrew one. There was another receiver, which was Mosley there.
That was a great play by Jimmy Seaman, man. He was able to get his arm over there, and I think he actually knocked that ball down. But that was a phenomenal play breaking on it.
It's going to be 4th and 10. And this should bring on the punt team here for Fort Dodge.
I don't know if Fort Dodge is ready to.
No, they are going to punt here. I mean, this is a smart play. They don't want to give DCG, who does have momentum. Offensively, they're still moving the ball. Even though, they got an interception, they still moved the ball well that last drive. You don't want to give them good field position here. So this is a smart play by Fort Dodge. Make DCG have to work the field position, and Tate Perrin going back to return here for the Mustangs.
Just play nice, safe defense here.
Oh, another almost blocked by Tate and Gray. Tate Perrin takes it up the right side, makes a move.
Nice move.
Able to get about 5-6 yards on the return up to about the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. But Tate and Gray, he's almost had 2 today. Tell you what, I love the action I'm seeing from 11 on the punt team here.
You know he wants one. He's as close as he's getting. He's going to get one, but he is after it every single time. And I love the fact that we were able to field that and get about 5 yards on the return, not let that ball bounce and potentially put us back.
Special
farther.
teams coach got to be really happy we see him from his punt group down there. So his punt return group down there. We'll phase that. All right, Mustangs going to have trips, tight bunch, trips left formation. Ty's going to, quick receiver screen out to Hudson Heigerkin again. Worked that last time, gets about 4 to 5 yards on 1st down. But
I like that, flipping side, going to the left side instead of the right side, positive yards.
We always talk about positive yards on 1st down being a key to any successful drive, and the Mustangs doing it again here. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs at their own 38-yard line.
Going outside like that, it's going to make sure that defensive end is playing a little bit honest, not being able to crash down in the middle so much.
Yeah, bunch trips right here for Ty. Straight drop back, and he's going to fire down the field for Dane. Just overthrown. Good defensive play there by number 8, Grant Williams.
And I think Dane, a little pressure up the middle, had to throw that a little quicker than he might have wanted to. But
Yeah,
I
kind of
like
threw
how
that into
aggressive we're
double
being.
coverage, but I like the throw downfield. So it's going to be 3rd and about 5 for the Mustangs. Big play here, in my opinion. I'd hate to see the Mustangs go 3 and out. I want to see us get a drive going and just see if we can get something sustained like we did in the first half here. So let's see what we're going to bring here on 3rd down, Matt. What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking they're going to try to go potentially with another little screen, maybe out of the backfield here. Get Ty out of the pocket possibly.
Bunch trips right. No, they're going to inside handoff, and he's going down for 1 yard. It's going to be 4th and about 4 at the Mustang 39, and that means the punt team's coming out. So the Dodgers able to hold the Mustangs to 3 and out.
And this has been fantastic to see both defenses come out, play aggressive, making some big plays, making some stops. Fort Dodge's defense is playing aggressive, and
yeah, they've come out and played the second half.
And they got a 3 and out. So
absolutely. If you're a Dodger
they're doing
fan,
their job.
You got to love what you're seeing here. Taking Gray out to punt for the Mustangs, and I want to say this is Grant Williams going to be back to return here. Nice punt here. And he's going to take it to return. He's going to be stripped up by Tate Perrin. What a great job right there by the junior. Sophomore, I apologize. No, the junior. I'm going to get it right here eventually. Junior, sophomore.
You only 4 choices.
I know, junior. Man. I got it this time. I got it. Tate Perrin, great tackle, though, on special teams. All right.
That was an incredible play.
Defense back out. Fort Dodge offense still has not been able to their first offensive possession was the best they've had of the game. They were able to get a couple of first downs before the Mustangs were able to get a stop.
The reason for that is the misdirection. They did something different. They're not doing the same thing. They're not just kind of handing the ball off the middle, which is kind of what they did for a chunk of that first half. And so they have to continue to do something different, be aggressive, mix it up, and keep our defense on their heels. And if you're the Mustangs defense, just keep fighting downhill.
All right, here we go. We got Nick Vinda in shotgun, got motion. He's going to roll to his right to throw, and he's going to fire downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Tate Perrin just playing center field, and he's got room down the right side. He's going to cut it back left, and he's going to be tackled down just across the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he's wrapped up there by Ty Adams, but what a play by Perrin.
Yeah, he's just playing center field back there and able to come up with the big pick. The 3rd turnover for Fort Dodge tonight. It's going to allow the Mustangs 1st and 10 in Fort Dodge territory at their 41-yard line, but great play by Tate Perrin.
That's one of the hardest things you do when you put a quarterback and you roll him out to one side. You cut the field in half, so that safety, he's only got one half of the field he's got to worry about, and he did a great job there just reading the quarterback, putting himself in the right position, and I'll tell you what, he made a great catch. You have to finish the play, and he did, and I love it.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been this quarter has been the quarter of defense for both teams tonight, man. Both defenses playing great here in the 3rd quarter. All right, trips right, bunch trips right formation here for the Mustangs. Just under 5 minutes. There's that quick throw out right here to Hayden. Oh, what a great play right there for Fort Dodge. Tackle made by Drew Mortis.
And he's been playing phenomenal out there on the corner.
Some great tackles on the defensive side. But that's going to be a loss of 2. So there goes that positive yards thing we've been talking about, man. Now you got 2nd and long for the Mustangs here. So
this is something we got to regroup at. We did a great job in the first half of overcoming those negative plays, and I'd like to see us continue to be aggressive here and really push the ball down a little bit.
All right, Ty got 2 receivers to the left side. Looking to step up, man. He's got nothing. He's going to be hit from behind. The ball is out. It's going to be recovered by Fort Dodge. And that's another turnover. Ty fumbles, gets hit hard. Fumble recovered right there by Cal Hartman, who's just having a great game for Fort Dodge. And another turnover. Defenses are just doing their job here tonight in the 3rd quarter, man.
Wow. When Ty got that ball, it almost, I don't know if it was a designed run, but it looked like as soon as he caught it, he looked to tuck it and maybe step up. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but their defense did a great job of continuing to put pressure on the edge and find him for that sack. Yeah,
great job by Hartman. That's a big fumble recovery. Now they have 1st and 10 in DCG territory at the 45, DCG's 45. This is a big offensive possession. We've been talking about it. I mean, Fort Dodge needs some points, but our defense, both defenses are running inside now. A lot of turnovers here in the 3rd quarter.
Flag.
Got a flag down. I don't know if it's a...
There's still time on the clock. Is that a false start?
Could be an illegal formation, possibly.
Oh,
they're waving it off.
Waving it off.
No penalty on the play.
All right, back to take the snap here is number 9, Royce Peterson for Fort Dodge. They'll have 2 receivers left and 1 right, so.
Their receiver's way out to the right there.
Yep, on an island, we'll call it, right, Matt? Here we go.
Looks like.
Turn inside handoff to Ross. Going to go up the middle. Finds a hole for the
tackles.
first time. Tate Perrin, Cole Kestel,
group
bring him down, but that's going to be about 11-yard gain. That's Ross's best run of the night. Give Fort Dodge a first down and 10 at the DCG 34-yard line. So really nice run right there by Ross. First time we really got to see some explosion and get to that second level and really getting some success there, Matt.
Broke tackles, and he had a little burst of speed there. And you know what I looked at a Tate there? He was trying to pull that ball out. He wrapped him up, had another teammate there, and he was going for that ball. I love it.
Well, why not, man? We've seen interceptions and fumbles galore this third quarter. It's been one of those quarters here. So, all right, staying in is Royce Peterson, a quarterback. Nick Vinda threw his second interception last series, so there we go again. Ross up the middle, tackled by Dane Mock and Tate Perrin coming up. Going to get about 6 on first down, so it'll be second and 4.
Anytime you have a big back like that, that's what you try to do as an offense is wear down the defensive line. I'm not saying that's what's happening now, but they're not going to go away from it. So we got to continue to stay aggressive and hungry on that front line and really just kind of clog those holes.
Yeah, man, you got about 3:18 left here in the third quarter. Fort Dodge moving the ball here a little bit finally here. Deep in the deepest they've been in Mustang territory on the Mustang 29-yard line. You got second and about 4. Inside hand. Oh, no, almost a fumble. Aiden Charleston able to bring him down, man. That was almost a problem. That was a bad read or something. The exchange just went wrong, but holy cow.
Snap was a little high, a little quick in there. I think it was supposed to be a handoff, and he just couldn't quite get the handle on it, so he had to pull it down and try to make something happen, and Charleston was just there to swallow it up.
Yeah, it was a great play by Charleston, but that's, for the Fort Dodge fans, that's just a bummer, Now you're 3rd and 10, so going backwards isn't what you want to see here, but it's 3rd and 10 at the DCG 34-yard line here.
Get at least half this back right here, if not more. Try to make it a 4th and manageable.
Yeah, Noah Daniel to take the snap at quarterback here. Nope, I'm sorry, Wildcat formation. Ross to take the snap. Daniel to his left. He's going to try to go up the right side, and he ain't going to go very far. Let's see who's at the bottom of that pile there, wrapping his legs up. That's Lane Nelson down there, getting there and wrapping his legs up, and then a bunch of Mustangs to follow. And it's going to be about 4th and 7 for Fort Dodge. It's got to be a 4th down. You got to go for it here, Matt.
You have to. Where we're at in the game, 2 minutes left in the quarter. You have to get something going here. Field goal won't do it. You got to put some touchdowns on the board.
See what the Mustangs decide to do here, but it's going to be run to the right side. Nope, going to try to pass possibly. Nice contain there for the Mustangs, and he ain't going anywhere.
Great play. Is that our number 2, that Caden over there again?
Yeah, I mean, Caden's there, but I'll tell you what, that play was just we talk about defense doing their assignment play there. That's what you're seeing. They're containing and holding those deals. Brandon holding that outside, the corner coming up, Caden holding his outside, able to make that tackle. That's just defense executing what they practiced all week long, and it worked beautifully there, and they were able to get a stop, Matt. Now your offense is back on the field.
And your defense, and that's what you got to instill in your players. There's a scheme, there's a strategy that we're trying to implement, and they're implementing it and doing it well. You don't try to do more than you have to. You do what your job. You hope that the rest of the guys on the team are going to do their job, and when they do, this is what you get.
It's not always about tackles or sacks.
It's not.
Sometimes those players that do their job allow players to make those plays, and it just works. So trips right here for the Mustangs, 1st and 10 at their 31-yard line. Mustangs have turned the ball over twice this half, and Ty's is going to be a quick pass, going to be caught for about a gain of a yard. Reception made there by number 3, Jaden Jones, his first catch of the night. And the Mustangs, they just got to shake it off, man. A little rust in the third quarter, and this is what we've seen all season long, Matt. The offense hasn't really got to get things going. 2 turnovers, the interception, the fumble. As they're trying to get things going, love for him to see if they can sustain a drive coming to the back half of the third quarter here, Matt.
They're continuing to be aggressive, which is good to see. Now it's where we executed almost flawlessly in the first half. We're not quite executing at the same level here in the third quarter. But, again, we're still doing enough to continue to keep the pressure on Fort Dodge.
Yep, strips right, roll to the right. Ty's going to fire deep. He's got Dane Mock this time. Ooh. just
hands on
overthrown.
Got his
Fans
hands
are
on him.
asking for some pass interference. The defender did get their hands on Dane's arm, but they might have thought it was overthrown a little bit, possibly.
Yeah, Ty Adams got his hands on Mock a little bit there, but that ball was a couple yards overthrown. But I love the play call. I love being aggressive there. It's showing you that we're not going to play this safe.
Yep, 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs now at their own 32-yard line here. Love to see if we can get a first down and sustain a drive. You know, right now both defenses are doing such a great job. It's flipping back and forth. Yeah, I mean, the only nice thing about this is our defense hasn't been on the field the whole quarter, whereas we've seen that in the past 2 games. So it's a lot of back and forth going. Ty's going to drop back. He's going to fire pass to the right side to Valenta, too tall. He just doesn't look like he's settled in the pocket this quarter, man. I mean, he's got a little happy feet. Not quite sure if he's seeing what he's seeing from a defensive standpoint. I mean, that's what happened during that fumble. Like you said, it didn't look like he knew or what was going on. It looked just weird. That, too, he dropped back, and it didn't look like he set his feet right. Ball's high. Just interesting stuff to look at here. Again, all things to look at. But Mustangs go 3 and out, unfortunately. Punt team on. Taking Gray, we need another big punt here, kid. Punt is away. Fair catch is called, and it will be caught down at the Fort Dodge. We're going to call it 38-yard line. So Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 from there with 1:22 left here in the 3rd quarter. And the defenses are just back and forth, back and forth. The offenses on both teams have not been able to get anything done this quarter, Matt.
It almost feels like both offenses might be pressing a little too much. You know, Fort Dodge is pressing because you're down 28. You got to get something going.
Oh, for sure.
You're trying to make the play. You're trying to do as much as you can. And the Mustangs might be pressing a little bit too because they can feel it. They know that we're there. The offense wants to make the plays, the big play to kind of put this game out of reach, and they might be trying to do a little bit too much. But again, we're minute 22 away from the 4th quarter. Our defense is playing phenomenal football, and we just got to continue to play that way.
Yeah, I mean, a win for us right here is we haven't let any points up in the 3rd quarter, and we have not. This is the first time that we've been able to do that. Run up the gut here, but man, look at all those players down there. Who's going to get up off the bottom of that pile? That look like Aiden Charleston, and it is beast mode there. Nice tackle right there by 69, but. That's one thing we've challenged with. Yeah, the offense might not be clicking as much in the 3rd quarter, but we haven't given up any points. The last 2 games, we've given up points in the 3rd quarter, allow teams to get back in the game. Defense, though, playing lights out, and that's been huge for the Mustangs here in the 3rd quarter.
It has been, and again, the offense might not be as crisp as they were in the first half, but I like the aggressiveness. I like the play calls. They're trying to push the ball downfield. They're trying to do something to create a spark and really to get them ignited. So we just need to find the execution like we did in the first half.
Yep, 2nd down and 8 here for Fort Dodge right at the 40-yard line. Looks like a timeout's going to be called by Fort Dodge. So we're going to throw a commercial on here for Charter Bank being our season sponsor, and we'll be back right after.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's once again recognize tonight's game sponsor, Beisser Lumber Company, Grimes and Fort Dodge.
Bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the advantages that community banks have over the large impersonal banks. Thanks for everything you have done for us in Johnston.
We started at Charter Bank when we moved to Grimes, and we thoroughly enjoy your services.
I've been waiting 18 years for Charter Bank to come to Ankeny, ever since the bank opened in Johnston.
Chart your success with Charter Bank in Johnston, Grimes, Waukee, and
All right, everybody, we are back. Thanks again, Charter Bank, for being our season stream sponsor this year. And they got to give it out to Beisser Lumber, man. They're celebrating 70 years this year, and they're honored to sponsor tonight's game between Fort Dodge and DCG. Beisser Lumber is a big part of both communities, and we want to say thank you so much, as this is going to be the first annual Beisser Bowl between your Dial Center Grimes Mustangs and the Fort Dodge Dodgers. All right, Fort Dodge comes out of the timeout, 2nd and 8. Another new quarterback here, going to go downfield, able to connect. Oh, and break away from the tackle.
That's our number 5.
Going to turn it down. Holy smokes. Jimmy Seaman able to make the tackle down at the 15-yard line.
Cal Hartman made a big play there, broke a tackle and was able to get downfield, but he's shaking up a little bit.
Grant Williams makes the tackle, or I'm sorry, Grant Williams is the quarterback. The left-hander makes the throw, able to break the first tackle. But, man, he is down on the field. I hope he's okay. We don't like to see any players injured down on the field. But, man, that's the best play for the Dodgers tonight. first big play we've seen from the Dodgers tonight. They got to be happy about that, but let's just hope that he's okay and that he's not hurt too bad.
That was a big collision that he put down. He put down his shoulder down, and that was a big hit.
They're working the leg. Could be a cramp, too.
Could be.
That's kind of what it's looking like from here, which thank goodness that that's just a cramp, man. We don't want to see anybody get hurt as it is. So we're gonna wait for this here, and why we do that, just want to say again, thanks a lot to Beisser Lumber for being our game sponsor tonight. If you haven't got it, I got a chance to see the trophy down on the table they have when you walked in down there. It's a pretty cool deal that they're doing, but super cool that they're going to set up this as a little rivalry game, something that can be played every year. It's just something you don't typically see too often, and I'm kind of excited. Anytime you get a traveling trophy involved, man, it adds a little more skin in the game, man.
It absolutely does. I mean, it's all about pride, too. We know that trophy's sitting in your school and not their school. It makes you feel good about it. So
yeah,
I'm hoping
does,
we can
man.
bring it home tonight. We got a quarter and 21 seconds to continue to fight, and we'll see where we're at the end of it.
Another big trophy game tomorrow. If you're an Iowa State fan, man, the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs tomorrow as Iowa's traveling to Ames to play Iowa State tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So trophy games all around, man. You got to see what happens here. But Fort Dodge, after the big play, has 1st and 10 on their 15-yard line.
That's exactly what they needed.
And that was a big play for the Dodgers. And let's see if the defense can step up here for the Mustangs and get a stop. Back in shotgun here is Grant Williams staying in at quarterback for Fort Dodge. They're just trying to find a spark at the quarterback position, trying a couple of different players. And it looks like it's going to run down the third quarter. So Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 at their 15-yard line as the fourth quarter will get started here shortly. But as we end the third, your Mustangs still up 28-0. It's just big time here, Matt. Love what I'm seeing. Our offense has sputtered a little bit here in the third quarter, but defense has come up big. What do you think here, man, as we get out of the third quarter and work our way into the fourth here?
I think this is, like I said, this is a big stand for the Mustangs here. You never want to give up a touchdown, but after a big play like that, you want to make sure that you're in a kind of a bend, don't break mindset here. Give up a couple yards, but try to keep them out of that end zone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt. So both teams here is working field swaps here. Fort Dodge has been really impressed with how they've come out this second half. Their defense has really stepped up. They've got a couple of big turnovers. They've allowed themselves to stay in this game, not allowing DCG to add points to push the game forward ahead. This is a big drive for them. They get points here, Matt. It can give them some momentum that they need. And, again, just really impressed with not just their defense, but how they've been able just to come out and say, hey, we're not going anywhere. We're in this thing to play, and we're going to play hard.
Well, and I think you hit it on the head, too. The coaches are willing to look anywhere to get that spark. They've tried a few different hands at quarterback. They've got some different guys in there touching the ball. Anything they can do to get that ball moving downfield, they're willing to try. And they've had some success there in that third quarter.
Well, here we go. As the fourth quarter gets underway, Grant Williams is going to stay at quarterback. We see that 4-receiver to the far side of the field formation. We've seen that a couple of times tonight, and they've thrown to the weak side of the field.
Keep an eye on Grant Williams down there.
Yeah, so let's see what happens here. I'm sorry, Royce Peterson in at quarterback. Not Grant Williams. It's a double pass. It's going to be intercepted by Tate Perrin, and he's going to down it in the end zone.
What a play by Tate. Just the mental acuity to know that he needs to stay at home. Don't overreact. Don't jump on that. Don't bite on it. And he was waiting for it.
Man, I'll tell you what, from a turnover standpoint, ugly game for both teams. But for the Mustangs, it's big because they've been able to step up and make some plays when they needed to. So nice read by Tate Perrin. And I apologize, Dodger fans, on the mix-up at quarterback there. Royce Peterson at quarterback, not Grant Williams. My apologies there. Reading those numbers from up in the booth sometimes isn't super easy. But as we head down here, the Fort Dodge Dodgers defense back on the field, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line as the Mustangs offense takes the field. They're going to have a trips-leps formation here for Ty. Let's see if the Mustangs can just work just a nice long drive and burn time off the clock here, Matt. Quick pass out the left side to Hudson Heigerkin. He's got a lot of room on the left side. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds just past the 30-yard line, right around the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Nice play on first down there, Matt.
Move those chains. And I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of success with those wide receiver screens, really taking advantage of our speed on the outside. And if it's going to continue to work, one side of the field to the other, just keep mixing it up and keep executing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Mustangs here, 2 receivers to the right side. Ty's going to inside handoff here. Carpenter makes a couple of players miss, able to fall forward for about 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6, but nice job by Karp to make the first guy miss there, Matt.
I think that was a fantastic job. I mean, we see it out of him all the time. That first guy usually doesn't bring him down. He does a great job of just kind of sidestepping and getting those positive yards. And again, the kid falls forward. He's not going to go backwards.
He's a north-south runner all day, Matt, right? All day.
Love watching him run.
All right, trips left here. Tight bunch, trips left formation. See what the Mustangs will roll here on 2nd down. Inside handoff to Karp. Oh, finds a hole up the middle. Look at him just explode for about 10 yards on 2nd down. Man, that was a burst of speed, Matt.
That's something that, Karp has some speed, but a lot of times he finds the hole and he shifts into it. He hit that hole, and he was gone. He was through it in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's about a 9-yard gain. They're going to call him down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their 49-yard line. But like what I'm seeing on this drive so far from DCG, Matt.
This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to see him kind of settle down a little bit. Don't press too much. Continue to make the right plays and execute at a high level, and that's what we're seeing on this drive.
Trips left formation again. Ty's going to take the snaps, a straight drop back and throw to the right side. Wide open receiver is Jaden Jones. He's going to turn up the field. Going to be knocked out of bounds right at the marker. Should be 1st down for the Mustangs. Nice job, Jaden, turning up field, knowing where he needed to be, and got the 1st down for the Mustangs.
And again, little pitch and catch by Ty. Nice to see him settle down. It was a perfect play, and the cornerback's playing off of him that far.
Yeah, it looks a lot more comfortable here, Matt, than he did the last drive. So, maybe it was just something he just needed to settle down, or, sometimes you just have that happen a little bit. But I'm really impressed with Ty settling in here in this drive for the Mustangs. Trips left here for DCG. Turn, handoff to Carpenter. Got room up the left side. Nice tackle made right there by number 3, Drew Mortis. And Karp's going to get about 5 on 1st down, so it should be 2nd and 5 for DCG at the Fort Dodge 36-yard line. I'm sorry, they're not going to give him very much at all. Gain of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7, the Fort Dodge 38-yard line.
He's having a lot of success up the middle of that field, though. He had a wide open field. That was just a great tackle by Mortiz coming out.
Yeah, really nice job. Trips left formation for DCG. Seeing a lot of this. Ross coming up to the line, looking to blitz. Ty able to get it out quick to Jaden Jones again on the right side.
Almost identical to that play before.
Yeah, no kidding. Trying to get a number on the far side over there. I've not been very good at this, but I think that is.
Number 3.
I think that was Grant Williams coming off the field right now, or coming down to this side. It was Grant Williams making the tackle. Nice tackle over there, but not before Jaden Jones able to work another quick pass for a 1st down. DCG 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Dodgers.
And this is exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted to see them just sustain a drive, put some 1st downs together, give our defense a little bit of a breather. They're playing fantastic, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah, trips left formation here again for Ty. They've been running this formation a lot this drive. And they're going to Cart, look at that speed burst up the middle. Gets hit, but not before he gets 10 on 1st down. Maybe even 11, but man, he hit that hole quick, man.
He's chewing up those yards, and I'll tell you what, he's taking advantage of potentially a little bit of a tired defense there. He's hitting those holes hard. He's not getting them any quarter, and he's just continuing to put his head down and get those 1st downs.
I don't care what you say. He hit that hole with the gear that I haven't seen him hit. I mean, that was quick. Really nice run right there by 34. Senior making a big play. 1st and 10 Mustangs at the Fort Dodge 16-yard line. All right, we got motion here. Ty's going to fake, hand off the Karp. Karp's going to run again, making players miss, and he's going to get another 9 yards on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 1 deep. Man, Karp is just running hard, man.
As well as he's running, he's not getting hit in the backfield. Our offensive line is doing a great job getting that push off the line of scrimmage, making sure he has room to move, and that's what his explosiveness is coming from. He doesn't have to contend with anybody as soon as he gets that ball, and he gets that burst of speed coming out.
Yeah, can I just say the O-line tonight has just been fantastic. Giving Ty time to throw the ball. We're seeing it tonight. The run game, Karp's getting yards. He's not, like you said, not getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's just been really, really good football from the O-line tonight. Trips left here for Ty. It'll be 2nd and 1. Ty's going to turn and hand off. Why not to Carpenter up the middle. Gets up to the 4-yard line before he's brought down. Oh, Ross there, a little push. No flag called there.
They're getting,
Number 9 with the tackle, Royce Peterson. There might have been a couple of others in on that one as well, but yeah, Ross, be careful down there, man. That could have been definitely flagged if the officials were so willing to do so. It'll be 1st and 10. Oh, sorry. First and goal.
First and goal.
At the Dodger
and who do we
4-yard line.
Who do we need to call out here?
That's right, red zone. Thanks, man.
Gotcha.
I got to have my bro over here keep me up. First Call Bail Bonds. We are a red zone sponsor. We can all fall short and make mistakes. When you or your loved ones do, First Call Bail Bonds is here to lend a helping hand across the heartland. So thanks, First Call Bail Bonds. I would have got it even after the touchdown, but I appreciate your heads up on that. Carpenter up the middle. He wants a touchdown, and he's going to be brought down at the 1 yard line. Still running really hard. Trying to see who might have tripped him up. I see is that 58 getting up off the ground there?
No, we got Alan.
Zeke Pineda making that initial hit right there. Nice job to bring him down at the 1. It's going to be second and goal from the 1 for the Mustangs.
I'm
going to give you a guess who's going to get the football here, man.
Oh, we know who's getting the football, and he deserves the football here.
He sure does, because this drive has been all Eli Carpenter.
And it's a salute to the offensive line when you can do that.
Yeah,
give it
no
to the
doubt.
running back, get in there, and celebrate with your offensive line.
They're gonna stack it here, but I'm gonna tell you, it's coming to Carp, and he's gonna make somebody miss. And guess what? Touchdown, Carpenter! Boom, shakalaka! What a drive from Eli Carpenter. I mean, the O-line gets so much credit on that drive, but you got to love what you saw from Eli in that drive. Man.
Oh, Eli was just, his legs were burning, and he had some bursts of speed that, like I said, we haven't seen kind of all year from him.
Buddy.
It was an incredible team effort, but Eli looked just amazing getting that ball across that goal line.
6:42 left here in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs put up their 5th touchdown of the game, 34-0. And as we get ready here for Lackland and his extra point. Tate and Gray to hold, snap down, Lackland balls up, and it is good. Mustangs 35, Dodgers 0. Wow, what a performance and what a drive by the Mustangs, man. That was impressive.
It was fun to watch, because as a fan of football, when you get an offensive line who's getting that kind of push and getting that kind of success up front, and then a running back taking advantage of it, it's just good quality football. Our offense has just been able to dig deep and really kind of just push that defensive line back the whole drive there.
Can I tell you who's going to be thankful in the film room and at practice, the first practice next week? The defense. And they better be giving all the love to the offense, because in the previous 2 weeks, our defense was on the field 2/3 of the second half. This week,
the
script's been flipped. I mean, an ugly third quarter with turnovers for both teams. But, man, that last drive was just fantastic, burning time off the clock, keeping your defense off the field. Man, I'm going to be honest, man. This is what I was really hoping to see tonight, and I am just super proud of this Mustang football team.
As proud as we are of the Mustangs here, Fort Dodge, we still have a lot to play for. 6:42, I know what the score says, but it doesn't mean you don't continue to try. Keep pumping it out. Keep digging deep. These kids have a lot to play for. I mean, if anything else, try to build on this on the end of this game into next week, and just again play your hearts out. And these kids have all game. It just hasn't quite gone their way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hudson Heigerken going to kick off for the Mustangs here. Back to receive, as always, number 22, Tytrell Mosley, and number 9, Royce Peterson. I'm sorry, not Royce Peterson. Ty Adams, number 6. I'm going to get those numbers right, man. And here you go, Mosley up the left side, find a little room, and he's going to be grabbed, picked up, and pulled down there. I'm going to try to see if I can get a number for you. I see Cole Kestel. I want to say, too, it might have been Easton Halverson as well. A couple of Mustang players down there. Really nice job. Oh, we got a Fort Dodge player down. Again, hopefully it's not a bad injury. It's not what we want to see, but Fort Dodge will start 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line.
I can't get a number on it.
I can't get a number either. It looks like it could be a cramp again, possibly, with how it's down there. I see Grant Williams standing next to the player. It could be Mosley, who took the return that's down there for Fort Dodge. And it does look like it might be a cramp.
Which nobody wants to see anybody hurt, like you said earlier, but if the cramp's the worst of it.
Yeah, I'll take a cramp all day long. No kidding. That's something that get them hydrated, get them back on the sideline. Mustangs defense get ready to trot back out here, man, and they have just played spectacular. And I can tell you right now, the 0 on that scoreboard, they want the 0 on that scoreboard. They have played such good football tonight. They want that shutout, man.
They're digging deep, and then for a defense, when you start getting towards the middle and towards the end of the fourth quarter, and you still have that goose egg up there, it's a matter of pride at that point.
No doubt.
You played your heart out. You want to make sure you keep that 0 on that scoreboard.
Oh, that's why those starters are still out on the field, 35-0, Matt. They want the shutout. This is big for this defense. I mean, we knew we were going to have a good defense coming into the season, and they have played good football all season long, but, man, they have really stepped up and played phenomenal tonight. All right, Fort Dodge here. 2 receiver set to the right. Handoff left side. Mosley looks, nope. No, it's number 18, my apologies, Owen Stock for Fort Dodge there. At quarterback is number 9, Royce Peterson. We got a Mustang player down. Man, that might be Aiden Charleston possibly. Oh, man, it looks like another cramp situation, though. I'm telling you, man. Cramps late in this game, and Aiden's been playing both ways, O-line, D-line. So,
I was just about
when you're playing 2 ways, man, it makes things tough. If you're not staying hydrated well enough, it makes it easier to cramp, and that just may be what we're seeing right here from him. And I think, I don't have a number yet, but I'm going to be fairly confident that that's the case. Well, Matt, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, at the end of the day here, you're going to have 2nd down and 6 for Fort Dodge. We got 5:51 left here in the 4th quarter. Mustangs pitching a shutout at home so far, up 35-0. We've seen a lot of good things from the Mustangs. Some things that they can still work on, which is great. As a team, you always want to be able to take things to the film room, be able to pick apart, because you always want to work on getting better. You know, we're going to Ballard to play the Bombers next Friday night at 7:30 at Ballard. You know, and that's a good football team. Every football team we're going to play this year, the remainder of our schedule is going to be good. But this will be the last home game until homecoming. So in 3 weeks, we'll be back here on Friday night. It'll be homecoming game against Norwalk, which I'm really excited for. I will tell you, we will have a special guest in the booth for that Norwalk game. And okay, I'll tell you who it is. Tyler Bailiff is going to join us in the booth.
Not sure I know who he is.
Yeah, you don't know who he is. So, Tyler always likes to try to get a game in. He does such a great job when he's up here, and he really loves it. He knows the game of football, and he is going to join us. It is Aiden Charleston. He's kind of limping off the field, but he's coming off on his own power, which is great. But Tyler's going to join us in the booth with Norwalk at homecoming. That's exciting. Can't wait for Tyler to be here. So anyway, game back on, guys. Fort Dodge. Going to be 2nd and 6 here for the Bombers. And again, you got Peterson back in shotgun. He's going to turn. He's going to hand off. Running back's going to get about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
If you notice, too, I think we got a lot of these teams maybe getting some players in who haven't got to play yet.
Yeah, Jamarius Gibbs-Green makes his first carry of the night. Nice gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Bombers. Not for the Bombers, for the Dodgers. Bombers are next week. I'm getting ahead of the game here. We've got the Dodgers. But nice run by Green right there. But big 3rd down here for Fort Dodge. A conversion here would be big for the Dodgers, as they're just looking to convert something and get something going on offense here.
They're kind of doing the same thing. They
Inside
got
handoff.
some backups in to try to get them some experience.
Oh, what a run by Green. He's going to be brought down.
Ooh.
Oh, man, Perch. Is that
75?
Is that let's see here.
I think we had, is that Alan Hunker?
That's Hunker. Yeah, nice job.
Getting in there, making the play.
Yeah, 4th and 1. Green running hard on that, man. It kept his legs going. That's what you want to see from a young running back. Love what I'm seeing right there.
And these are opportunities for a lot of these kids. I mean, people look at the score and they assume that, it's kind of over. It's not. These kids who don't get to play as much or who might be kind of waiting in the shadows, this is their opportunity to show what they can do. And so these kids are relishing this opportunity for themselves.
All right, Fort Dodge here, 4th and 1. Going to turn, inside handoff again. Oh, Green finds some speed. Works himself up, man. Tackle made by Lane Nelson, but not before a huge gain and a big play for Fort Dodge.
Talking about a burst of speed earlier from
Holy
Carpenter.
Smokes, man. He hit that, and he was gone. That was some speed right there. Again, that's Jamarius Gibbs-Green on the carry for Fort Dodge. It'll be 1st and 10 in Mustang territory at their 46-yard line.
It's kind of a change of pace, too. You go from someone who's 6'4" to someone who's 5'8". And just a little bit shiftier, a little bit quicker off, right from the get-go.
See what the Mustangs can do here. Gibbs-Green again with the carry, and he's going to be hit at the line, kind of stood up. And Hunniker there again. You got Ryan Perch.
I remember who Was that 48 down there?
Connor Stolpe, number 46. Yeah, you see the Mustangs too, putting some different players in on defense, allowing some players to get some snaps and some experience. Most of your starters coming out.
I love this though, because again, these players, they're all talented. You know, these kids are athletes. This is what they love to do. This is what they love to try to showcase their talents. And I love the fact that they can get on the field and do that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, it's always good. You know, for the Mustangs, it's got to feel good. Up 35-0 with just under 3 minutes left here in the game. Fort Dodge, though, getting some things going on offense. I know they would love to put some points on the board here. Love what I'm seeing from Green coming in here, the junior running back, showing some speed, showing some life, giving the Dodgers a little bit of life on the offensive side. But again, what a great game from the Mustangs. Defensively, lights out. And offensively, man, showed so much promise today. It's really exciting to see, and we needed a game like today, man.
What I love to see, too, was those turnovers. Able to capitalize. I think we got 3 of those turnovers. It was great to see.
Peterson's going to keep her down over the left side here. Tatum Gray, he's going to meet him on the line. He's going to gain about 3, maybe 4. And it's going to be 3rd and short for the Dodgers here.
They had that penalty, so it's going to be 3rd and about 11.
Oh, they did have the penalty. Thanks, man.
I got you.
God, man, I'm all over the place tonight, dude. I need to check my vision here or something.
That's why they have 2 of us.
3rd and 11. It's a long way to go. Somehow I didn't even note the laundry on the field for the penalty, dude. So there you go. At least you're kind of taking it. I'm just talking about everything that's going on, man. I didn't even pay attention to the laundry on the field.
That's why we're a team, man.
That's right here. All right, Peterson in shotgun, 2 receivers left. Going to turn, hand off to Gibbs. He's going to be hit right away. And who's at the bottom of it? I mean, there's a lot of Mustang players around there. I mean,
Gibbs he turns those legs though. He does not quit. He does not give up. He was pumping those legs every time until he actually was brought down on the ground. But he's a hard runner.
Yeah, Gibbs Green, man, super impressed with this junior, man. Just coming in and doing some stuff here. It's going to be 4th and 9 for the Dodgers here, the Mustang 45-yard line. And let's see what the Dodgers have on tap here. See if they can get themselves a first down, keep this drive going as we're coming up on the minute mark left here in the 4th quarter.
They're going downfield. You go downfield here, try to make a big play. Try to just get just something, some kind of spark, some kind of a little magic here. He bobbles the snap on throws deep. He's got a man, but he underthrows him a little bit, and that was a great play by the cornerback there. I can't see it. Was that number 20? I believe we have Zach Arens down there making a fantastic play, breaking it up. Just a little bit underthrown, but now the Mustangs are going to take over on downs and just kind of kneel this one out. So we got number 48 down there hobbling a little bit too. Hopefully Max Murray's going to be doing okay though.
Well, hey, just to give a little recognition now as we're winding down the game here. You know, we get the opportunity, Matt and I, to kind of award a defensive and offensive player, a player of the game for each team. Let's say that. So first, we'd like to recognize Cal Hartman as the player of the game for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, and for the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs, your game MVP goes to Dane Mock. So great job to both players. Did a great job tonight.
And Cal Hartman, hats off to him. It was a tough way to kind of just continue to play hard, continue to play aggressive. On the defensive side, he was all over the place. He made some incredible tackles. He also had a huge play on offense. So hats off to Cal Hartman. You know, keep playing hard, keep your head up. And then Dane Mock. I mean, what can we say about Dane Mock? 3 touchdowns. I think he had another 3 or 4 catches. He was all over the defensive side of the ball. This kid plays hard on both sides of the ball, and he will always be around that football, whether he's on offense or defense. So great job, Dane Mock.
Yeah, man, just a great game for the Mustangs. This is a game that they needed badly. I mean, the first 2 games didn't go the way they wanted. Should have won the first game, fall short. Last game just didn't have to play a good second half. Today, though, all-around really good game. Offense played well. Defense played unbelievable tonight. Pitched a shutout at home, which you want to see. So, yeah, Dane Mock, great job tonight. Cal Hartman, though, man, great job defensively right there for Fort Dodge. They've got a lot of talented players over there, and I'll tell you what, I mean, if you take a look at Drayshawn Ross, man, he's only a sophomore. You're going to get to see him here 2 more years. I mean, that kid has got a lot of promise in front of him. He's going to have a lot of great football left for the Dodgers. So, again, we want to thank everybody from Fort Dodge who joined us on the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the game tonight. All the Mustang fans that joined us on the stream tonight, thank you very much for tuning in. but we're going to have a little presentation down on the field here by Beisser Lumber. Mustangs are going to get their name on the trophy, so that'll be the first name on there, so that's exciting for Mustang fans. Super proud of this team, Matt. But I want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll be back here again 3 weeks. Norwalk, homecoming game. Tyler Bailiff will be joining us in the booth. Lots of fun stuff to look forward to. But, hey, thanks again, everybody. We super appreciate it. That's Brad Matt signing off tonight.
On behalf of tonight's players of the game, a $1,000 check to each school's athletic booster club. We would like to recognize Cal Hartman as the player of the game for Fort Dodge, and the player of the game for Dallas Center Grimes is Dane Mock. In addition, the Beisser Bowl to the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs.
Yeah. Boy, they came together tonight, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah.
No. Possible their defense.
And now the Beisser Bowl Traveling Trophy will now be presented to the team from Dallas Center Grimes. Another big thank you. Another big thank you again to the Beisser Lumber Company for making tonight's game an awesome event. We thank you for attending tonight's game. Everyone, please drive home safely.
See you next weekend.